across the 40, stays on his feet, cuts it back. Marion Brown, another kickoff return for a touchdown.
Look out! There goes two! No flags! Touchdown!
Howard in trouble! Incomplete! And the Michigan Wolverines will shock the college football world!
Time coming off. Howard's going to run for it. Time runs out. And that'll do it.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon. They storm the field at Austin.
He handed it off to Love, who stays on his feet. Love is in the end zone. Notre Dame has won the Orange Bowl, and Marcus Freeman is taking them to the championship game.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Week Zero podcast. It is finally here. Josh and I, we were talking about this. It feels like it took forever this year to get to the draft. Of course, I'm your host, Connor, top left box. To my left is Ryan, Broncos fan, hoping that Ashton Jeanty somehow falls to them all the way at pick 20 below us, hoping that his Steelers do not take Shedeur Sanders. Josh, that's an absolute no from you, Josh?
I won't draft Shedeur Sanders, not even if there's a fire.
So, how excited are you guys?
I mean, I'm super excited. Like you said, it felt like it took forever for draft season to get here, especially, which is what was weird about it, is we had a longer college football season, the longest ever, and it felt way longer.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's also because, wow, a lot of years will have, like last year, Caleb was like considered the guaranteed top pick, right? And most drafts will have a guaranteed first guy. It seems like after that, it's kind of a mission. Unless teams are really quarterback heavy or quarterback hungry, we all know quarterbacks are going to go. It's just the order. This year, it feels like there's even though it feels like we know it's probably going to be Ward, Hunter, Carter. There's so much that could happen with teams wanting a quarterback, trading up to get trading up to 2 or 3 theoretically. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to call this year because I really don't feel like there's like a definitive top 5 or.
It's literally actually a true top 2. It feels like it's just Hunter and Carter, and then it's just a crapshoot. Doesn't feel like they're the other one too blue chip. It feels like.
Well, and I mean, it speaks volumes to this draft class because I'll be honest, I don't think this draft class in terms of like the high profile positions like quarterback, receiver, the big positions you go for in draft, it's not that good this year. This is a running back, tight end, D-line heavy draft. And
all we can hope for is that it's not as bad as the 2013 draft, because that is one of the worst drafts.
Or even the Kenny Pickett draft, which I hope. You know what? I hope the Steelers draft Jalen Milroe. There's been a lot of smoke about that.
No, I'm talking about in terms of like overall, not just like for the Steelers.
I know.
2013,
21 was bad. 21 was bad.
So
Pickett was 22. 21 with Lawrence and then Willis and all.
Or 22. Was it 22?
22 was pretty bad.
22 was bad.
21, I think, is not looking that great, at least for quarterbacks. But so it's definitely interesting. I mean,
so I would say this is more of like a low key kind of draft. Maybe not like.
I agree.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like wow players, but there's definitely really solid guys and some. I think there's going to be some really good NFL talent.
But,
I agree. But they said that if Cam Ward was in last year's draft class, he would have been rated as the 6th or 7th best quarterback behind Penix and Bo Nix. So that says all you need to know, that he's most likely going to be the first overall pick.
So I have a question for you guys. And I wanted to ask this before, but we never got a chance when we were doing our mocks. Name me one team, each of us, that we can repeat, that you think has to knock this draft out of the park. Like, has to do well. Has to really do well.
Like, absolutely has to do well.
Like, has to come away with like no questions that they actually did good, or just like I mean, it's just like there's no like it feels like not even like it's just it's like they have to come away with you feeling like they did get better, right?
The Green Bay Packers.
Really?
Absolutely.
Can you explain that?
We're talking about a team that was just kind of like on the cusp last year of being great. They made it to the playoffs. They beat Dallas, and then they just fizzled out.
And they just kind of stayed where they were. They didn't take that step forward. You mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that team really has the talent to be fantastic and make it to some NFC championships, but they got to start getting guys, like whether that's through trades or drafting them. They really got to start getting some dudes.
It's really weird how, despite the fact that they have like a billion young wide receivers on that team, that wide receiver is being like one of their like top needs. It feels like it's weird. I've been seeing that. There's a YouTuber called Tom. You know Tom.
Oh yeah.
Right? So
I know Tom.
Yeah, and he was doing a mock draft, and he literally was like, "I hope in the second round we have like one of these." I think it was the wide receiver from Iowa State. I can't remember his name, Jaden something. He was like, "I would love to be able to get him in the second round." I was like, "You have like four wide receivers who are like not heading into the third year. Like, what's going on here?" Like, I'm obviously I don't know. I'm not a Packers fan, but it's interesting. But I get what you mean in terms of actually like taking that step forward. Mm-hmm. For me, I think the Patriots. They need to at least come away. If we think how the draft will go, the top three, they need to come away with Will Campbell or whoever other offensive line they like. Come away with another weapon and continue that of improving that defense or offense. Come away with another weapon for Drake May. I think that's the team for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, for me, I would have to say the Bills.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think that a lot of teams like I think it's more playoff teams that have to get the draft right. Especially a team in the Bills that had such high expectations. That had such high expectations last year, just to again fall short to the Chiefs. They have to. The last few drafts, they have fumbled the bag and allowed the Chiefs to secure elite level talent later in the first round because the Bills want to be dumbasses for whatever reason and trade back. I think you've got to, if you're the Bills, you have to get Josh Allen, another elite receiver, to go with Keon Coleman. You have
oh my God, they have Lil Wayne on a bike. What the hell?
Oh, fantastic!
You have to get more along that defensive line and defense, because you just can't continue to waste Josh Allen's prime. You can't if you're the Bills.
Yeah, and I think it's more to your point, like playoff teams, right? That really need those extra pieces that they need to actually, have a good playoff run, make it to the Super Bowl.
But it's also those playoff teams don't have as many holes, so they don't have.
It's easy to like draft a couple guys and say that's our fill.
Yeah,
but we're going to get a stud. For this position, there it is.
But they also don't have to theoretically need to hit on all of their picks, like these teams theoretically.
That's true, but I mean, I'm coming at it from like, how much pressure are the Browns under? How much pressure are the Titans?
I mean, okay, the Browns are. If you want to actually say, I think they're in the weirdest amount of but they're weird. But I feel like they're under a lot of pressure because of the Deshaun Watson contract, and sure they're kicking down the can down the road, but they just gave Myles Garrett more, all this money, so he wanted to go to a winning team, and they're like, cool, we'll give you a bag and a half to keep you, and he's probably going to expect them to try and build a team around him. So, and then they're in a division where you have two superstar quarterbacks, and then two teams that don't have that, right? But it's hopefully the Browns can get out of that because Stefanski's a good coach, and he's shown he's a good coach because he's won coach of the year twice as their head coach. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just we'll see.
Yeah, so my guy EJ Holland hater asked who do I want? I want Genty or Warren, which again annoys the hell out of me because typically teams sitting in that 20 range, late first round range could get their hands on the best running back and best tight end in each class. But now it's like everybody's priorities have changed, and now everybody wants Warren and Genty. And now you even see like the backup options like Colston Loveland and Amariana Hampton at those positions being projected to go ahead of us as well in certain mock drafts. And it's like, none of you guys need running back like that. Like, I know the Bears want Genty. The Bears don't need Genty. They have a great running back in DeAndre Swift. Like, to me, it's frustrating because it's like I feel like most drafts we should get that. Connor, if you're talking, you're muted. But yeah, so that's what I want. But I'm either down for trading up to get one of those two, or staying put, draft best player available. I do not want Colston Loveland because I do think that he's overrated for his position. Or I'd trade back and get, like a Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, or even like a Harold Fannin. So that's my top priority for this year. As Josh and Connor are both on mute.
I'm getting my snacks. Connor is just muted.
Yeah, Connor.
I don't even know if he knows he's muted.
I don't think he knows.
I can't even unmute him because he muted himself.
You're muted. Can't hear you. You're muted. We can't.
Sorry.
Hear you. There you go.
Sorry, Ryan. I'm
got
on
it.
the phone with my mom.
Oh no! I thought you were talking.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'm just running around doing errands, so I will be right back. Like I say, get my snacks, get my stuff ready. I gotta go get a phone charger, and I'll be right back. Entertain the people, Ryan.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of pressure to put on me.
Oh, you're fine. There you go.
Raider Nation, boo.
Boo. Hey, I will say one thing. Raider fans are Raider fans. You can't convince them otherwise.
Phil, hop in the stream, bro. So it's getting ready to start. Titans are on the clock. The question is there any way that they don't go Cam Ward at 1? That would be the real question.
Sorry about that, guys.
All good, all good.
Yeah, my mom. I'm heading out to Denver, actually, for my sister's engagement party. And mid-May. So she was just calling about
Congratulations.
flights and stuff. Yeah, great. I'm happy for her. Okay, cool.
So is there any shot, any chance in hell Cam Ward doesn't go one to the Titans?
I mean,
Snowballs.
snowball. There's probably snowballs, but like, unless the Titans found something catastrophically wrong with him,
Like the Titans choosing to trust Will Levis.
yeah, and like at this point, I think you take the quarterback, right? Because you just signed Tyler Lockett. It's a whatever move. Oh, they're on the phone, so we'll see. But
That's just all for show. They got to have enough time for marketing, and stuff. So, you ever wonder why teams, when they know who they're going to draft, take the entire draft clock?
it's just Like, do you remember what it used to be like 15 minutes per pick?
Oh yeah.
And then when it brought it down to 10, and then it brought it down to like 12, and now it's like 10. Thank God.
They're all smiling, so I'm guessing he's on the phone with Cam Ward.
It should be. Here's how it should be.
So
right?
they're comparing.
It's crazy though, this career that Ward had. So he was wasn't he at Incarnate Ward?
Incarnate Ward at the FCS level.
Then he went to Wazoo.
Yep.
Wazoo, yeah.
And then he goes for what was it? He was in Wazoo for what, a year or two? 1 year?
2 years.
2 years, and then he goes to Miami. And so he's a little bit older of a QB. So he had the full
sixth year quarterback.
Is he 24?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, 23.
20, okay. 23.
He's the same age. He's the same age as Bo Nix. When Bo Nix got drafted last year.
Do you want to know a crazy stat? Do you want to hear something crazy? Joe Burrow, who has been in the league 2 years less than Lamar Jackson, is a year older than Lamar Jackson.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of this. You remember last year when the Falcons and the Broncos got trolled for drafting Penix and Nix because everybody was like, "Huh, you guys are drafting 6-year QBs."
I wasn't hearing that about Nix, but Penix just because they had signed Kirk Cousins.
Well, no, I get that, but I'm saying a lot of people, especially with Bo Nix, like, you're drafting a 6th-year quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Like, he didn't come out early for a reason. And they made a big deal about him being 24 or 23. And
yeah,
I'm like, hey, man, look at Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels was a 6th-year quarterback. The NFL is starting to realize you don't need a 21-year-old that can run fast and jump high to win in this league. Maybe a 6th-year quarterback who's played a ton of college ball and has seen everything is more suited to come in and start right away and get your team to the playoffs.
I'd rather have that than drafting Trey Lance.
Anthony Richardson.
No, Trey
Lance.
Trey Lance is important. Do you want to hear a crazy stat about Trey Lance? Between high school, college, and NFL, he has 568 pass attempts. That's pretty much That's pretty much a regular season's worth in the NFL worth of pass attempts. That's what he has.
The pick is in.
Okay, are you guys ahead of me? I have no idea if you guys are ahead of me or not. Where we are.
I just have it on that ESPN stream, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm on NFL.
You have Twitter notifications turned off, right?
I have Ari turned off. I know that, and Schefter. Ari has really been ruining those lately.
All right, the commissioner's coming out.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Don't say it. You might.
Well, why is Pete? Never mind.
Wow.
Okay.
Josh, did you see it?
Okay. You want to hear this?
Go ahead.
The Browns are trading the number 2 pick.
No fucking way. What?
To who?
They are trading the number 2 pick, a 4th-round pick, number 104, and a 6th-round pick to the Jags. Jags send the
Travis Hunter.
Are trading the 5th pick, a 2nd-round pick, a 4th, and their 2026 first-rounder. The Jags. They're going for Hunter. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Hey, in our mock draft, our first one we did, We had Travis Hunter going to Jacksonville. Just want to point that out.
Yep.
Hey, but I do think that's a dumb move by the Jags because what are they picking, 5?
They were at 5, yeah.
Is Travis Hunter worth trading all that for? That would be the real question.
Wait, so the Browns are passing on Hunter?
Evidently.
Wow. That is insane. If they don't take Hunter, then we'll be even surprised. Wow.
Sounds like the Browns made this move with intentions to draft Shador at 5.
I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think
I don't get it. To me, this is okay. I knew this was going to happen because the Browns organization.
5, a second, a fourth, and next year's first. I think that's smart by the Browns. They're getting that's a haul. You're getting 2 firsts, a second, and a fourth this year. That's crazy. That's a great haul, and they have enough hole there. Honestly, I feel like the Browns are just a quarterback and a few other pieces away from being able to possibly contend. I don't know if they're going to take Shador, but at 5, but I think it's smart. And I mean, there was rumblings that there was going to be that both the Browns and the Giants wanted to trade out of 2 and 3. Obviously, the Jags aren't going to take Shador.
So I got it already.
Don't ruin it.
I'm not going to ruin it.
You're going to ruin what?
It still says the Jags are on the clock, man. How the fuck do these guys get this stuff so fast?
There's Lil Wayne sitting with Travis Hunter.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I agree with you, Connor, on the haul, but to me, if this ends up being a Shador pick, which
you mean the Browns take him at 5?
The Browns, yeah, I think that they would have been smart just taking Hunter. They need a lot of holes on that team. They've got a lot of cap issues.
Or they're taking for Arch Manning next year.
I just think you would have been better off getting Hunter. That would have been box office for your organization. You would have had a receiver. They were one of the few teams that looked at Hunter being able to play both sides of the ball. I think it would have helped both your offense and defense. And instead, you pass up on a generational prospect. I don't get it. The Browns, to me, I get it from the asset standpoint, but to me, that's just an easy pick to make.
I mean, I disagree that he's a generational prospect.
You don't think he's generational?
No. I think he's unique because he plays both sides of the ball.
At an elite level?
No, not an elite level.
I swear to God, no, if this is not Hunter, then that's insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trading up for all that. That would be who the Jags would be trading up for.
Or, theoretically, I could see, they have him. Because I was like,
I do think it's also dumb. This is a dumb trade for the Jags to give up all that.
Well, I was thinking maybe they go Abdul Carter, but then I realized they still have Josh Allen and they have Trayvon Walker, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make as much sense to do that.
And why would
you're pairing Abdul Carter with Josh Allen, and then you're like, boom, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that trade is awful for the Jags.
I mean, maybe it's smart because you have him. Because what I've been hearing is he wants to play both. Oh, I haven't made the switch. I didn't make that change. Jags,
pick is in.
Browns. I think Hunter will probably end up having will be better for them offensively, helping Lawrence out.
Where's the draft this year? Is it in Louisiana?
Green Bay.
Okay.
It's a Green Bay.
All right. We'll see if it's Travis Hunter.
So Browns, maybe they do take Shador now with him being at 5. Maybe. We'll see. I have no idea. Here we go.
Oh, he's still talking on my screen.
Or this Jags player was the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Got it. Oh, Eric Armstead.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was playing for the Jags now.
Yeah. Wait, is he a offensive lineman?
No,
Right?
he's a defensive lineman.
Oh yeah, I can't remember who he was.
He's from Oregon.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's Hunter.
It's Hunter.
There it is.
So it's Hunter. It's absolutely hilarious though how the Patriots missed out on him all because Joe Milton decided to play like a god in Week 18 against the Bills, and then gets traded to the Cowboys for his troubles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how bullshit was it that you give a damn about Cam Warren?
All right, now what do we?
Oh, they're talking about. Wait, I guess Lucas is not here for some reason, of course, as his team picks first overall.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's talking
Flag.
about Ward.
Or Lucas, hop in here. Jessup Center just brushed over him when that trade happened.
Well,
now, what do we think the Giants do? Do they take Shador?
No, you gotta take Carter. Actually, okay.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you don't like him because of who he is. Let me finish. I know you won't like where this is coming from, what I've heard, but when he said this, it made sense to me. And you won't like him because of the team he roots for. Nick Wright on First Things First. He's a Chiefs fan, but he was saying any team that forgoes picking a quarterback and takes like a position player, good defensive position player or something, in the draft in the past 5-6 years. It's been a mistake for them to make that. Because, teams like the Jets drafted Quinnen Williams at 3. He has, the Jets still suck. The Giants took Saquon, right? Obviously, that has not worked out since, and he's gone now. So I think, they probably should go quarterback, the Giants, but I think they're just going to take Burns and try and build up that defensive line, which is already a massive strength of theirs. That's probably like the only true strength they even have. But maybe you take it, and maybe you just build that up to be a really good strength for them. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I think it's a great pick by the Jags, obviously. In our first mock, we had them taking Hunter. But I just don't know.
Do we have the Jags taking Hunter at 5? At 5?
Yeah.
How did we have him taken? How did that happen? How did we even let that
Because
happen?
I think it was we had Shedeur and Cam Ward go in the top 4.
Oh, right.
Abdul Carter.
We had, and then we thought maybe the Patriots or the Giants were going to, or we thought the Patriots or the Giants were going to take somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, the Giants pick is in. So
I think, are you ahead of me?
I'm just on the ESPN.
Oh, I'm watching the. I'm using the. I like it. I know you were talking about the Browns. I like the aggression by the Jags. You know what I mean? I like it.
Yeah.
And honestly, as a football fan, I am happier to see Hunter go to a team that isn't Cleveland, just because he would have. Because regardless of how good he is, unless he was like a Myles Garrett, which many people think he has the talent to possibly even maybe like a Hall of Famer or something, but it's Cleveland, right? It would probably nothing good would have gone from him being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the Jags aren't exactly that much better of a situation right now, but I like the situation, the fact that at least they have a set quarterback, right? So I like it. Trade ups to number 2 for a non-quarterback. That's only happened 4 times before. Wow.
So why do you not want if you're not Cowboys, if you're the Giants, why not get Shedeur?
I just think there's a lot of I think it's just like you said, this quarterback class is just not good. And
I think there's 2 good quarterbacks in it, and I think there's a big drop off.
Well, but that's the thing. It's but at the same time, I think there's gonna be if the Browns and the Giants here don't take quarterback, right? Which I think those 2 teams, I think the tank for Arch Manning is real. I think that's gonna happen. Obviously he has barely played in college, but I think it's gonna happen, right? Yeah. I don't know. So it's definitely different. I really wish they bring this down to 8 minutes in between the picks.
Yeah.
Or once the pick is in. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yep. It's Carter.
Yeah.
Am I ahead of you?
No, that was perfect timing.
Okay, perfect.
Like the Shedeur song. Perfect timing.
So I mean, I get it. We thought this is exactly how it was going to go. 1, 2, 3. It's just obviously the Jags and the Browns switching and changing.
Here we go.
So here we go.
Lucas.
Lucas.
How does it feel to be the owner of a brand new Cam Ward?
So here's the thing, and I want to explain my comment. I thought it was pretty interesting that the whole time they were just gassing up Sanders, knowing damn well that Ward was going to get picked. And they were showing all these.
Are you talking about the Titans were gassing up, or are you talking about the media?
The media, the ESPN.
Okay.
They're showing all these, Shedeur Sanders highlights, gassing him up like he's so great, knowing damn well that Cam Ward was going to be picked number 1. completely brush over it. And then when that trade happened, they didn't even care. They didn't even talk about Ward one more time. They were like, "Oh, here he is with Goodell and the jersey." And okay, anyways, so Jaguars trade up to get Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and blah 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 blah. Didn't even show the like little interview that they do after getting picked.
No,
because they were too.
No, they showed him being. They showed at least on NFL Network, which I'm watching. They showed Ward being interviewed.
Oh, they show okay on the NFL Network. So ESPN didn't show it. They were just sitting there jerking off Travis Hunter for 10 minutes.
Fair enough. I mean, what do you hope now that they do? What do you hope they do next?
Well, I think it's a pretty easy decision with this next pick. I think you have to go wide out.
Are you the first pick in the second round as well?
No, we are pick 35.
Oh, so that's third pick, but so just take the best remaining wide receiver at that point.
Yeah, I think you got to go wide out. I mean, I was looking at a mock draft earlier today, and I actually really liked it. Now, part of the mock draft had us taking 3 wide receivers in the draft, which I don't see happening.
That's a little insane. Maybe you at least double dip. You take one in the second round and take one in the 5th or 6th in a late round pick that would be maybe just on the bubble come training camp or something and has to play their way on.
Right. So this mock draft actually has us taking James Pierce in the second round, which I would not hate. Keep him at home.
Pierce is going to be there. I think someone's going to take him in the first round. He's a first round talent.
He's a first round talent. The problem is his motor was kind of a question.
Yeah.
So I think people will kind of pass on him. But the thing about it is, you keep him home. He's in Tennessee. Maybe you can motivate him enough to play well, and he's got a really good interior D line with Trevondre Sweat and obviously Jeffrey Simmons. So that's going to help him a lot. I wouldn't mind that pick. The pick that I really love on here is Kyle Williams from Washington State.
Okay.
They have him taking him in the 4th round because we don't have a 3rd round pick.
Mm-hmm.
I love that pick. I think that would be fantastic to get him. And then they also have us taking Dante Thornton Jr. in the 5th.
Yeah. How many total picks do you guys have? Well, like 6, 7?
We have what is it? 8.
8? Okay. What real quick, what are your thoughts on the Jags trading up and trading with the Browns to get Hunter?
I think it was I think it was smart. I still think that Travis Hunter is a little bit overrated just based off of how I think they're going to try to use him. I definitely think that he should stay at the wide receiver position and just stick to being a wide receiver versus trying to play corner as well. I think he's a little bit too small. I think he's bodied.
I feel like he's. I feel like he's better. His more natural position is corner. I get, and he's good at both, but
I think the Jags did this mainly to help Lawrence, to help him. And I've been hearing, and what I've been seeing and hearing is that it feels like Hunter went into this draft mainly seen as a corner with the split, but now he's shifted more to where teams were looking at more as a wide receiver, right? And I think that's what I think that's why he was mainly taken to help to give another. Add him if you have him as good as you think he's going to be as a wide receiver. Him and Brian Thomas Jr. as a duo is great. Is insane for Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
I think if you want to appease him and you at least give him a chance to try playing both ways. But I think you got to really, if you want to protect him, obviously you got to try and limit him on the defensive side a little bit.
I think letting him try to play both ways is fine, but he's going to find out really quick that these aren't Big 12 wide receivers.
No.
You know what I mean? Like this isn't college football anymore. These guys are huge. Like imagine him against like a DK Metcalf. Like
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna
I mean-
get bodied.
Yeah,
He's
well,
tiny.
I mean, but I do like his instincts. He has really good instincts to where I think he could. The worry if you're saying he's small, I mean, that was a worry in terms of like size and weight. That was a worry when the Ravens took Nate Wiggins last year. He was considered just really small in terms of weight. He was like 170 pounds as a corner. And he obviously, the Ravens picking him so late gives them more time to bring him along. He's not going to be expected to be an impact like Hunter, but he was able to develop. Wiggins was and be a pretty good corner, even at his size.
But
instinct.
didn't Nate Wiggins have like the fastest 40 time?
Yeah, he did. He had the fastest 40 time, and he actually had like, if you actually look, he actually had like a top. I think he had a top 10 lowest passer rating against last year, of all players, not just rookies, but of all corners.
Yo, by the way, to Lucas's point, the last was one of the few NFL receivers he went up against, and like Allen Manor went for damn near 300 yards on him. So, yeah, I agree. When he goes up against NFL receivers, it's going to be a rude awakening at first, especially if he's trying to play both ways.
But
That's why earlier
his lack of size would then hurt him as a receiver. Then that's the thing.
No, I don't think so. And the reason being is we have seen 6
Have him
foot
as like a slot.
190. Yeah, we've seen 6 foot 190 guys even smaller than that do very well in the NFL. I mean, you got to look at look at Tyler Lockett. You know, he's about that size, and he has really made a career for himself. Obviously, I got to gas up Lockett a little bit because he's a Titan now.
All right, the Patriots are up. Commissioners at the podium. Who do we think they take?
I think they take probably help for May, if I had to guess. Not wide receiver, but
LSU.
It took Will Campbell.
Will Campbell.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think that they needed to help protect Drake May. This is a perfect situation for the Browns. This is exactly what they wanted to happen. They get haul. They get a crazy haul from the Jaguars, and then they still get the guy that they wanted.
Do you think this is where do you think they're going Shador?
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I think it makes sense if they're going to take Shador here, because then you have next year's first, and then you have 2 extra picks this year to add and help protect him or add another weapon or something.
I feel like it's just poetic that Shador is probably going to get drafted to where quarterbacks go to die.
That's very true.
Dude, I hope to God that Genty and Warren fall, but the way this draft is going,
I swear to God,
I don't think Genty's going to get past Vegas.
No,
and definitely.
There's stuff that the Broncos right now are trying to trade up into the top 10.
He definitely isn't going to get past the Bears. So
he's
you
barely
can't get past the Bears.
Well, the Broncos will give them a couple of first-round picks to move into the top 10.
So my thing is, I do wonder now, or I was wondering if the Browns just tank for Arch Manning. Do you think that they might do that, Lucas?
No, I think that's what the Giants are doing.
Fair.
I mean, why else would you get Abdul Carter when you literally have this old man at quarterback, right? That isn't as good as he once was. There's only one reason why you wouldn't go quarterback here.
There's an absolute hindrance of a contract to your ability to contend, and just our nightmare.
There's only one reason why you wouldn't go quarterback there, and that's because you see a better quarterback in next year's draft. Probably a couple of them honestly.
Well,
'cause
who
I
else?
think
Who else is there at quarterback next year? There's Manning and who else?
well, you got Arch, you got Drew Aller, which say what you want, but I think he'll be a good NFL quarterback.
I
I mean, we'll see, but I know
Drew Aller will
he's
Josh loves him.
built.
You know,
will
hold on.
not
You know what, Lucas?
tolerate-
Drew Aller will go. Drew Aller next because right now Drew Aller is getting the same treatment that Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck got. He will be just like them by year's end, where we'll be sitting here saying, you know, maybe he should come back for another year. He's not ready. His draft stock is gonna fall. If you've watched him play against the best defenses in the country and in the biggest games, he always shits
Who
the
else is there
bucket.
besides Arch and Aller? Who else is there? Who else?
So you
Not
have
really
Arch, you
anybody.
have Aller, you have
Maybe Dante Moore, depending on
how
his year
potentially
goes.
you have potentially
How
Dante Moore.
how
you
Dante
have
goes at Oregon after a year? Maybe.
Yeah, you have Jordan Mailata, who's going to end up probably having a pretty good year. Let's see who else. Maybe Eli Holstein.
Brown's pick is in.
Who else do we got?
Okay.
It's a pretty weak draft class next year too. Besides like Arch.
I wouldn't say that. I think next year's draft class. I mean, we're gonna get to the end of the season and be like, okay, it's just as good. But I do think
better than most of those guys.
So, Browns, do you think they're gonna go Shador? Because that would
they have to.
Yes, they have to.
It would be crazy if they don't. It will be crazy if they don't.
But my point about Aller, I'm going to go back to that. I think Penn State is going to be the second best team in the Big Ten this year. Once again. I also think he is built to run an NFL offense.
He is.
And
Did you watch him last year?
Yeah. Name a wide receiver he had to throw.
Oh, come on. Tyler Warren is the whole reason they even made it as far as they did.
You just named one guy.
Yeah, he's a top 10 draft pick.
Okay, who else?
They had one of the best running back duos in the nation to lean on.
Okay, and who helped him is what I'm saying.
Tyler Warren, Nick Singleton.
You're naming a tight end and a running back, bro.
They didn't take Shador.
That's crazy.
What?
Graham.
They took Graham from Michigan.
Wow.
That's
Graham's
what
a DT.
I mean, I do think Graham is incredibly good, but that's a shock.
No, so they are doing it. What I was saying.
So the Saints
the
Saints are going to take Shador.
Probably the Saints, and if the Saints don't take him, then the Patriots.
The Patriots aren't going to take Shador.
Not the Patriots. The Steelers.
Yeah, he might drop to the Steelers.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It was crazy though to think about it. There was only 4 teams that really needed quarterbacks coming in, and it was the 5. Sorry, the
Titans, Giants, Browns.
Titans, Giants, Browns, Steelers, Saints. Those are the 5. So
yeah.
Now I like that. I like this because now you have another first round pick for the Jags, and hell, if the Jags suck again, then that's even better for the Browns. You're then tanking for Arch Manning, right? And maybe reset then. And I think it works out. I think I like what they've done. I know they're having to run it back with Flacco, but I'd rather have Flacco.
You know what I will say about this draft class? This draft class too, is that
the Giants tackle. That's funny. Somebody said the Giants drafted a guy who could never tackle Jeremiah Love. That's fucking hilarious. Go ahead.
The thing about this draft class is that there is a ton of late talent quarterbacks. Most of the quarterbacks coming in this draft are late round talent. So if you can find somebody late in the draft and develop him, like a Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel, you may be better off taking a guy like Mason Graham in the first round and then drafting a guy like Howard late.
I'm not going to lie. Ryven Leonard, Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart have higher upside than most of those guys towards the end, in my opinion, if you develop them right.
Higher upsides than who?
Then like Will Howard. Will Howard, yes. Because did you watch Will Howard? Did you watch Will Howard's pro day?
Josh,
or his?
Mm-hmm.
What QB if the Steelers take a QB that isn't Shador, who would you want them to take? Would you want them to take like Jackson Dart?
I mean,
how?
I would lean more Dart. I would.
I don't see how you can think that Jackson Dart has more upside than Dylan Gabriel and Will Howard. I think that is absurd.
I mean, a lot of scouts do too.
I did honestly. I did forget about Dylan Gabriel, but
I'll be honest. Dylan Gabriel didn't run Oregon as good as.
Is it all wrong for me to say that teams aren't going to take Dylan Gabriel just because he's a lefty and?
No, it's because of his size.
And Lucas too. Well, think about this though. They were talking about Cam Ward is the first quarterback in this draft. He's the first overall pick. Scouts said that if he was in last year's class, he would have been ranked as the sixth or seventh best quarterback behind Bo Nix and Michael Penix.
Right. That
would have just slid down every other quarterback in this draft class. So I just don't think that a lot of those guys. One of them might be the next Brock Purdy, but there's a reason. I think the only, like last year, the two national championship quarterbacks were 5th and 6th year guys.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is there's the late round quarterbacks in this class is deeper than last year's. Last year, you had a ton of like first round guys, right? You had a ton of first round guys. There was no late round quarterbacks that were any good. I mean, maybe you could say Milroe, I guess. Or not Milroe. Oh, my. Yeah, called it.
Damn it.
I called it.
Bro, ain't nobody taking a running back top 6.
Except,
and now I got to play against this fucker for God knows how long.
Leonard. Who else? I mean,
I knew he was going to the Raiders.
Why? The Raiders don't need him.
Yes, they do. They
do.
They have less. They have less of a running back room than even.
You know what? Maybe they should have just re-signed Josh Jacobs, man. They could have been smart.
You're just mad because you got to see Ashton Jeanty twice a year.
You're just mad because you're going to have to.
Now I got to deal with the Raiders fucking just running inside zone and halfback dive fucking 20 times a game.
You're just mad because now your defense is not going to be able to stop him. Of course, the other question is the Raiders don't have an offensive line, so I mean.
Now tell it
usually what happens.
That man and hit that man.
Ashton Jeanty has proved well enough that offensive line is irrelevant.
That's true.
Yeah, he needed 30 carries to get 100 yards against Penn State. That doesn't move me.
Okay, cool.
You watched him firsthand in the playoffs? What?
You watched him run all over Oregon in person, dude.
No, okay. What happened when he played Penn State?
Lucas legit was like scared.
You mean Penn State's game plan to shut down?
Lucas,
okay.
Were you dreaming of Ashton
30 carries a game to get 100 yards isn't a good average.
Oh, okay, Ryan. How many yards did he have for the season?
He didn't break, bro. He had all those carries and still didn't break Barry Sanders' record. That's why.
How many yards did he have for the season?
Okay, and who was he playing?
Okay, yeah, it
Mountain
wasn't
West?
100 yards a game.
He was
How
playing
many was
Mountain West.
He's playing Mountain West. No, because he played Oregon.
Cool. And
okay.
And he played Penn State. And he played. So don't give me that crap.
He played 2 good teams all year.
Oh, okay. Let me pull this up. I got to do this. I will not stand for this.
No, I'm
slander.
right there with you, Ron, Luke or Josh. I will not stand for this.
Dude, I'm only saying it because he plays for the Raiders now.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan did want him on the Broncos so bad about 5 minutes ago.
I know, right?
Hey, man, it's all right. Talanoa Hufanga's going to come up and light that man up in the hole every single carry.
And then he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Hufanga's going to break his leg.
Yeah, and then he'll be out for the rest of the season.
Because Hufunga is about as fragile as a vase. And
oh, man. And we actually did have one of the better run defenses in the NFL last year. So, I mean, I'm not scared.
Okay, so the Jets. What the hell do the Jets do? Well, they're picks in. This is really where I think the true kind of draft starts. Because I feel like once you got past Genty, I feel like there was no – this is where no one had any idea what was going to happen past this. You know what I mean?
I think the Jets go – I think the Jets go – oh, man. I don't Malachi Starks?
I don't know. That feels way high. Like Starks has been like that's way too high. Every mock, I've been seeing him mocked to the Ravens at 27. That's a massive leap.
Maybe they go
like I mean
they could go that guy from A&M, that defensive end from A&M.
I think they go Membu. Because you go left tackle.
Is that guy from Missouri?
Yeah, you put Membu at right tackle. Now you've built up the trenches. The defensive trenches is good. Now they just need to build up their offensive trenches because that was obviously what ruined the Aaron Rodgers experience was their offensive line was trash, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I think you go Membu or whoever the best. Membu is probably the best offensive lineman left. I think that's what they do. Or at least I think that's what they should do.
There's that guy, isn't there a tackle from like Alabama that's ranked higher than him?
Well, there's Tyler Booker. He's a guard, but even he's been mocked to the Ravens as well. So he's not a top 10 player by most metrics.
At this rate, I really hope because Jets probably go Warren, Loveland, or Memba here. I really hope we're on the phone right now.
I like that. That's a nice, good offense. You give Fields another top player to
Warren. Throw. I mean, did they re-signed Conklin, right? So they have Conklin and Warren.
Oh, they signed they have Tyler Conklin too.
I mean, I don't know if they re-signed him or not, or if they still have him. But
I mean, then you still have Devon. No, they don't have Devontae. But you would have Wilson. You'd have Warren. That's the makings of a good.
I mean, they could go Will Johnson and just have crazy corners.
I feel like that's really high. I just haven't seen Johnson taken that high. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
So Browns fans are very upset.
That they didn't take Hunter.
They wanted Shedeur.
No, they wanted Hunter.
They wanted Shedeur. But honestly, they missed out. I think they missed out on both of them.
So they wanted Shedeur at 5, or they wanted, or because they traded.
Fans wanted Shedeur at 5.
Oh, okay.
Did not happen. So they are upset. And trading everything they traded for what they ended up doing didn't make sense.
It's not bad though, because now they have the Jags first round next year, and the Jags could very well be another, top 5 pick next season.
Yeah.
And theoretically, if the Browns are bad again, if they're like number 1, if they're picking like number 1, and then they have like the Jags and the Jags are in the top 5, trade the number 5 pick. Trade to another team that's desperate to move up and get more picks. You know what I mean? Or trade the number 1 pick if you don't want for some reason, right? Like there's a lot that can happen. Holy crap, that's a lot of people there.
It's crazy that that's the first time the Titans have ever picked number 1 overall.
As the Titans, yes. Yeah. But technically the franchise overall has picked number 1 overall when they took Campbell when they were in Houston.
And then
Okay,
what? It was
here's the draft.
2016.
This is going to be where the draft really starts. Okay, here we go. Yep. Membu.
Yep, there he is.
Membu.
Yep. Tyler Warren, just keep falling.
Membu.
You Mambu, I'm Mambu.
Panthers. Okay, Panthers, I really want them to go.
They're going to go Tedoroa McMillan.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Honestly. I would
They're
love
definitely – they got to go T-Mac for sure.
Yeah. If they go Tedoroa McMillan, give Bryce a good wide receiver. Because their offensive line is good. Their defense is not good. But they have some piece. They kind of have some pieces.
Yeah,
So-
you got to have a guy with T-Mac along with what's his face that they drafted last year from South Carolina.
Xavier Legette.
Yeah, with Legette, T-Mac, I think that receiving core will start to fill out for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. So, yeah, Membu, this is smart. I like this pick because, obviously, this helps protect the.
There's a lot of people that felt that Membu was the best tackle.
I mean, yeah. Oh, Panthers pick is in.
We need to update our ticker.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I just haven't saved.
Oh, okay. There we
Sorry,
go.
I had done it. My bad.
You're good, Connor.
So we know for sure the Saints are taking Shador. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
If they don't, then that's insane.
I mean, the things that were coming out about Shador Sanders this last week was not good. If they don't, Shador might – I mean, he might not get picked in the first. Every other team has their quarterback.
Well, the pick just got spoiled for me.
So
Fuck all the fucking group chats, man.
does,
Can you give us a hint? Or is it what we hope it is, or is it not? That side tells me it's not.
Tyler Warren. It's got to be Warren if he's signed.
It must be Warren then, which I still like. I like it if it's Warren. It's another weapon. As long as it's a weapon helping Young, I like it. You know what I mean?
So the Bears, do you think what do the Bears do here?
Maybe they go Omarion Hampton. That pisses off Ryan even more.
You think they take a shot on Hampton at 10? I feel like that's.
I'm about to kick you guys from the fucking show.
I can come right
I really feel like taking Hampton at 10 is a stretch.
I mean, but they need.
Oh, really? They're talking about Colston Loveland being a top 10. Like, this is how bad this fucking draft class is, that positions like running back and tight end that you can typically get in the later first round are going in the top 10 for no fucking reason. It's like,
I mean,
you guys
Colston Loveland has been one of the best tight ends in college football
No, he
the last
hasn't.
couple years. Okay,
And-
you're mad because you hate Michigan.
I'm totally
about
not
it.
biased. Totally not biased at all.
Just take Ferguson.
Mitchell Evans is better than him. Terrence Ferguson's better than him.
Well, Terrence Ferguson is the second best tight end in college football. So
Harold Fannin Jr. is better than him.
Fannin Jr. is not good.
He had fucking 1,800 yards as a tight end in a season.
Yeah, because they had nobody else, and he was playing against Pee-wee players.
I mean, did you see he had over 150 yards against Penn State, almost beat Penn State in that Week 2 game, and then he had another 150 against Texas A&M and almost beat A&M. I think that's pretty damn good against two top
Okay, Panthers
15 defense.
to be happy. So
How did you already see the pick?
It was leaked in a group chat.
I don't know how that's even
It was
possible.
Schefter. Schefter posted it. Schefter posted it in, or not Schefter. Fuck, the guy that Jordan Schultz from NFL Network posted it.
How the fuck does he know?
He just posted a graphic. I have no idea. Yeah, that's why I have all my Twitter notifications off. But
Oh my goodness, just update the pick. Taking their sweet time.
There should be a 30-second count.
should be 30 what?
There should be a 30-second count from when
They're
teams are on the clock to their actual pick.
they're trying
They
to
should
make
have
sure
just
that
enough
they,
Tataroa McMillan.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
they're trying to make sure that they get all their ads in. They need all their commercials.
Well, and they also have to. Well, actually, it doesn't look like they're doing it this year. At least I haven't seen any photos. But they also need to make sure that they get the jersey ready because they have to print the name and put that on the jersey in the time frame between the pick is in and the commissioner going out. It's like a few minutes max, maybe 5 minutes tops. You know what I mean? Like you don't have much time. They don't have much time to do that. So. Well,
Hurry up.
I like it. I'm happy. I'm happy for Bryce. I like it.
Yeah, me too. That's definitely
So you have Tet, you have Leggett, who wasn't he underperformed. He only had like 400 or 500 yards receiving. He was not as good for a first round pick.
He was a rookie in a situation where both of their quarterbacks were terrible.
Fair.
So, like, if they get a guy like T-Mac, maybe take a little bit of heat off Leggett, I think Leggett could be a really good receiver in the NFL. But also, wide receivers for the Panthers historically are not very good.
Besides Steve Smith Sr.
They only have one. So it's like...
When Travis Benjamin, I guess, was... Or not
No.
Travis Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin was good for a little bit.
And then he had too many cheeseburgers.
I'm so glad that they're not giving up on Bryce, because I know that was a question mark going into last year after he got benched.
Saints pick is already in. You know it's going to be Shador.
If they don't go to Shador, then he's sliding at least to the Steelers. And if the Steelers don't take him, he's not Ben Jeff in the first round, which would be insane.
If the Steelers take him, I'm gonna start a shotgun live on air.
They have to be able to make that jersey.
No, you won't. No, you won't, Josh. You won't. No balls. Oh no.
Joshua,
What?
stop it. We're going to get demonetized, dude.
We're not even monetized.
It'll go.
dude.
The stream will go. This stream has been taken down by violating YouTube's community guidelines.
over this. I don't know if that came through clearly. Let me do it again.
No, I did.
I didn't hear that. Did you?
And we're gone.
It's like, hold on. Let's see if I can air rack this. Oh yeah, it's done for. What's hilarious is it is a I think it's a 28-inch barrel. So yeah, that's
Is that gonna do the trick?
that wouldn't be easy.
Oh.
Slightly longer than Kurt Cobain's shotgun.
Oh.
Oh, the pick is in. The pick is in.
man.
There we go.
Fella, come here.
It's going to be an interesting night when we get to the 20s because the Broncos, Chargers, and Steelers are all right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we got Bella on the screen.
Puppers.
Yep. She's the best little puppy.
She's
She
a
really
wiener
is.
dog, right?
No, she's a Cheagle,
Oh.
a Chihuahua Beagle mix. And she is the best dog I've ever had.
Chihuahuas are such good dogs.
Oh my goodness. She's starting to get like her head's getting a little bigger, so her Chihuahua's kind of coming through as she's getting older. But yeah, she's a sweetheart.
So, Josh, if you're doing the shotgun, if you draft Shador, what are you doing if you draft Jalen Milroe?
Not that Lucas. I don't know, man.
You might need to find the closest bridge, maybe.
I know the closest bridge, and it's not tall enough to kill me. Might be tall enough to like break my leg or something.
You're underestimating gravity.
No, there's just a river underneath it that's about 25 feet above regular.
Oh, they didn't go Shador. They didn't.
What?
Wow.
The Steelers are
Oh.
taking Shador.
Oh no!
We might see Josh.
Oh no!
Junior. My name I recognize. Was he a first? I never.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
no.
he
Put it
was
right
projected.
here.
Kelvin Banks was projected to go to the 49ers at 11.
Oh, okay. So the Saints, at least they're building up the trenches. That's the best thing. That's always the smartest thing to do. Offense, defense, build up the trenches. That's other than a quarterback, that's the biggest key to success for any team.
Yeah.
Now, Shador is going to go to the Steelers. We might see
We might see a live
execution.
S word because I'm not going to say it out loud.
Sewer slide.
Sudoku?
Not really.
Sudoku?
Shador's side.
Sudoku.
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 Let me actually. All right, we don't have anything in it.
Wait a minute, actually, Connor, could you imagine the urinating tree video that would come out if they drafted Shador?
Dude, the level of salt would be insane. I would immediately bring up the dumpster fire stream on my phone. I'm going to do that. I will do that. I will bring that up.
Dumpster fire.
What do the Bears do here?
Well, they wanted Genty, so
No, they're going to go maybe they go Warren.
no. They already have a good tight end. They have Cole Kmet.
Yeah, I could see him going.
Watch them go Hampton here. I'll be.
If they went Hampton, that'd be crazy. But
They might. They also could
They could trade back too.
maybe a receiver.
They don't really. Do they really need another receiver?
Well, they don't have Keelan Allen, and it's really just Odunze. Here, let me. Who's
They have Odunze. I don't really know who else. Who's their other
Who the hell
receiver?
is this?
They're gonna.
Who? I swear they just pull out their most randomest people.
It's just
For
hey,
sure.
here's two really hot women for you to look at for a couple minutes, because we know your attention span won't be able to last much longer than that.
They could go maybe corner. Who's best available?
Dolphins.
Jalen Walker.
I really don't know what they do here.
They could
Maybe
go.
offensive
I could see
line?
him. I could see him going Jalen Walker here.
All right, let's see.
Oh no, we'll have to see.
What the damn pick? Nobody cares about your show.
No, it's not even the show. It's just when the schedule release happens. The NFL's like, hey, we got to remind you that we're also going to be a big things happening in May. Otherwise, we know your attention span doesn't last for more than 5 minutes.
Oh my God. Just say the damn draft pick.
Okay, here we go. So they're celebrating. So they made their pick. Well, the Bears.
Really? So those girls weren't even going to do the pick?
They were just up there for funsies.
The eye candy.
It's like, bro.
We know you're getting impatient, but look at this.
I don't think
boy.
drunk Bears fans care.
I'm telling you guys, this shotgun's looking better and better by the minute.
Imagine the 49ers get Shedeur Sanders and don't pay Brock
right
Purdy.
here.
Oh,
Dude,
bro.
Bro, are they going to make the pick?
No.
See, this is the type of stuff like once they walk on stage, they should have 30 seconds. You don't make your pick by 30 seconds, you're done.
Well, to be fair, this is about a player that died. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about that.
Oh, okay. I'm not even watching. So
Me neither. I'm just on the ticker. Oh, now I'm getting a phone call.
live reacting. It would be hilarious if he didn't mute and we got to listen to that phone call.
That would be hilarious.
You know, and if the shotgun is too violent, I also have a hammer. You know,
The hammer might get more likes.
Wait.
well,
talking-
the hammer is definitely
Talk
not
about
against
Walter Payton all of a sudden.
Walter
Wait, what?
Payton.
Because I
Who
thought
puts
he
a
already-
warning label on a hammer? It's a hammer.
Okay, Jesus. We did the schedule reveal. We did the in memoriam. We understand that.
Well, here we
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Here we go. Oh, they went
Oh.
Warren.
My God.
Wow. What? And they say he's Mark Andrews. So that means good luck, Bears. He's not going to show up in the playoffs. Good luck. Good luck for you guys. I'm allowed to say that as a Ravens fan.
Tyler Warren, you are a Bronco.
He's not. I don't. No, I feel like the Cowboys would take him now. I just don't know why. Why did they not take?
Why would you take a tight end? I don't understand. They don't need another tight end.
Like I get, like they're trying, I guess, just to give Williams, Caleb more, offense. Was their defense wasn't that bad? I mean, it was kind of bad, but I get it.
Yeah. So we've established, though, it's not against YouTube, policy to,
A hammer.
Yeah, because I would argue it's more violent than the alternative, but like, I don't know. It's a 16-ounce hammer, so it'll do the job.
So the Bears really wasted a draft pick on another tight end. I'm in a Bears group chat where they're all asking for Ryan Poles to be fired.
Why? Because they want? Do they all want Warren?
No, they did. They said, "Why would you draft a fucking tight end when we have one of the better tight ends in the NFL on the roster?"
So you could have two.
They said you just wasted. They said they just wasted a first-round pick.
I disagree with that. I don't think they wasted a first-round pick. There's like a coding.
I'll be honest. I almost wonder.
What?
I'll be honest though. Like I wonder if that was just they didn't know where else to go and they just went best player available on their board.
I mean, I could have. Okay, I could totally understand if that's why they chose. If they chose him because he was their number one on there.
Yeah. We're going to set this down here so that I'm not going to knock it over. Oh, man, you guys got me for another 40 minutes, and then I got to go to work.
Cool. So at least we're nowhere close to seeing you hurt yourself when the Steelers take Shedeur Sanders at 21.
No, I'll just jump out of an airplane.
Oh, right, because you pack airplanes.
I load and unload aircraft.
So you're gonna stow yourself away and then jump and then like in the wheelbase or something and then just jump out as it's taking off.
Oh, no, that's a little too complicated. I can just jump off of like the top side of an aircraft. That's 25, 30 feet to the ground, and it's just concrete. So
gotta just make sure you go.
It'll do the job, huh?
Just gotta make sure you go head first.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
Oh man. So let's see. Oh. Did you buy a 4Runner?
What?
Didn't you say you were thinking of buying a 4Runner after we rented one in Oregon?
Yeah, no, have not done that. I bought a house instead.
Yeah.
Bro, one of the guys in the Bears group chat said this shit just ruined my night, my Friday, my weekend, the rest of my goddamn life. It's so
Being
over.
a
I'm
hold
looking
on,
for
hold
the
on.
next bridge.
Hold on, Ryan. Hold on, Ryan. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's pump the brakes here. All right, let's pump. Being a Bears fan didn't do that already.
It's really not that bad of a pick.
Oh man, I think that's the part of it, though, Josh. I think that's what pushed him over the edge.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back, huh?
Oh, that's fucking
They're like
funny.
they can take it until. Oh my god.
Okay, so what do the 49ers do?
Bro, the whole group chat's talking about committing Sudoku. That's
Oh God.
Wait, I just thought of this. What about Shador to the Cowboys? I just thought about that.
That's something that Jerry Jones would do. That is something he would definitely do.
Especially maybe with the future goal in mind of getting Dion to coach the team in the future. That could definitely be something. But would people call it nepotism if that happens?
Probably.
Yeah. It was already nepotism when his jersey got retired.
When I saw that, I just laughed.
Yeah, and then his
Colorado's
statement about it, like Coach Sanders' statement about it was ridiculous. I believe his statement was if his last name wasn't Sanders, you wouldn't be saying anything about it. And he's partly right, because if his last name wasn't Sanders, he wouldn't have his jersey retired.
Oh no. Bro, Bears fans are going to Colston Loveland's Instagram and said, because he said he posted a thing that he's ready to work with the Bears. All the comments are, bro, we didn't want you.
Oh no.
We didn't want you.
Dude, that is just rude.
Hey man, I feel for Bears fans.
Well, I mean, trash fan bases are going to be trash fan bases.
Very true.
Hey, that's why I'm a Broncos fan. Bears fans are just
to you all.
hey, Bears fans are just depressing. All right, it's a sad sight.
The Chicago Bears haven't been relevant in, I don't know, 50 years? That's a tough stretch.
Since the 80s.
50 years? 40 years? 40 years. Woof.
Another one said we could have had Williams, but no. Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles chose Colston fucking Loveland. Somebody get me the gun.
Jeez.
Bro, no way. Somebody said, bro, I'm about to go bomb Soldier Field. Bro, NFL fans are so. This is why the sport is great, but it's also fucking terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Oh God.
I can't imagine how say Steelers fans might send death threats if they take Shador.
No, we wouldn't. We'd just say fire Tomlin.
Mass
What are we
Sudoku.
doing?
Just mass
What are we
Sudoku
doing?
in the city of Pittsburgh.
Nah, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, I joke about it, but honestly, it wouldn't be that bad. It's hard to be worse than Kenny Pickett. It's hard
You
to
guys
be
were
worse
excited
than Kenny
about
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
I know, and they shouldn't have done it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay.
So they went Booker. Booker was a guy who I kept seeing going to as high as like the Ravens.
Who went after Loveland?
Michael Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colts are trading up with Miami.
Wait, so only swapping one spot?
That's
Really?
all
I just
crazy.
saw that coming. Yeah. It's not showing up on the screen yet.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense as a trade for me.
Well, maybe they're scared that Miami might take Warren and
Well, and here's the thing: if they are, why would Miami trade them the spot?
maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Oh man.
All right. Let's see what we got going on.
I'm just tired.
Okay, so interesting. So that's an interesting choice. So now, real quick.
Yeah.
Quarterback. Okay, so it's not confusing for me saying like I have it where it says Carter ED or Campbell OT, right? Or should I get
No,
rid
it's
of?
not confusing.
Should I get rid of the commas though, just for people think it's for some reason it's not their initials or something? Because like I have Booker G there. It's obviously he was a guard, so.
Yeah, no, that's not confusing at all. It really isn't. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Oh. So we are almost halfway done the first round.
And we've been streaming for an hour and a half. Well, really, it's been about 30, an hour and like 30 minutes since the draft started. Sorry, like 5 minutes ahead of time. Yeah, I'm just like playing like a video game now, just like killing time in between picks.
So well, we have time. When you got time to kill till this next few picks. What do you guys think about? I know you guys did the show last week, but college football now with the Nico and situation and going forward.
So I think it was a net positive for college football, in the sense that Nico seemingly did not give what he wanted.
Yeah.
You know, he lost money and went to an objectively worse team.
an objectively worse program.
Objectively worse. Look, I have many reasons to hate the UCLA Bruins. We're not going to get into that right now. But it really is just one of those things. It's like, you flew too close to the sun and it didn't work out for you.
The thing that bothered me about it. By the way, guys over there at the Two Irish Brothers show, they are Bears fans. So let us know how you guys feel about the
Oh,
level.
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hey guys, I
Um,
happen to have a shotgun nearby if you need it.
Thank you also to the 101 people that are watching us right now. We appreciate it. How many of those
Oh,
are
for
watching
sure.
on YouTube? Two are watching on YouTube. All 99 that are not watching on YouTube, go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Oh,
Yeah,
Ben-
Week Zero Productions YouTube. We need to get that up a little bit.
But
so
yeah,
we can start
going-
making
getting
some
back
money
to the-
doing this. This is a nice hobby, but
oh yeah, the other Ben is a Dolphins fan.
okay, all right.
Okay, so he's about
Dolphins
to.
Bears fan.
We're about to see how he feels about their pick in about a minute or two.
Oh, for
But
sure.
getting back to the Nico stuff, I do feel bad for the kid because I don't think this was his decision. I think this is an overbearing parent situation from all the stuff that I've heard. His dad is the one representing him as his quote unquote agent, even though he has no certified agent. He's not a certified agent, has no degree in the field of that. Nico is just kind of like my dad knows what's best for me type thing. So, and it's the same thing with the younger brother, which is why he was orchestrated. Which again, we see this all the time in sports.
Are there 3 of them? Because there's one who was at like Arkansas who is now at UCLA as well, right?
There's 2 brothers. There are 2 brothers.
Yeah, so his younger brother, who was committed to Arkansas, who has reportedly already received NIL money from Arkansas, decommitted and is going to, entered the transfer portal and is going to UCLA as well.
Yeah.
And so I definitely foresee a lawsuit being filed for that, just to recover that money. But
Maybe.
just the way it goes sometimes.
But
The Waltons and the Tyson chicken people might just need to eat that. You know what I mean?
But while I feel bad for Nico, I do think he's 20 years old now. He's an adult. And I think it is hard, especially when you've been in a situation where his dad has been so heavily involved in his life choices to kind of get away from that. It's hard for any of us to, when our parents are doing something that they think is best for us. It's hard for us when we're young men, teenagers at the time, to be like, you don't know what you're talking about, mom and dad. You don't know what's best for me. So I think that's kind of where him and his brother are at. But I think now that he's 20 in this situation, I think he needs to pull his dad to the side and say, hey, I get what you're trying to do, but this is my life. I'm an adult. I can make my own choices. And I think I know what's best for me going forward. So what are you going to do in the NFL if he gets drafted?
Exactly. You're going to get an actual agent.
Are you going to let your dad be your agent in the NFL? Or are you going to?
Well, I mean, look at Lamar. He had his mom. He had his mom as his agent, and that worked out for him.
But
that's not everybody.
Lamar is far more talented of a player than Nico is. At least
right
maybe.
now he is.
Even
his mom's not.
Even
his mom's
college,
also not overbearing. His mom's not sitting there going to the.
I don't know, man. Do you remember when he was? What was it? Last year? The year before last year?
That's great.
He was holding out for a bigger contract.
Who are you talking about? Lamar?
Oh,
Lamar. Yeah.
Well, it's normal in the NFL, but
yeah, I know.
I'm saying
it made sense. I mean, he wanted, and
you don't have Lamar Jackson's mother going up to John Harbaugh and saying, "Hey, give my son a new contract extension and more money, or he's not playing in the playoffs."
Yeah.
That's the type of situation that Nico had where his dad went to Josh Heupel the week before the Ohio State game and said, my son's not going to play unless you give him more money. And that's the thing that worries me, because Josh, and I know you probably are familiar with Josh Pate, but the thing that
Yeah, I'm familiar.
the thing that bothers me about it is Josh Pate said himself, Nico wasn't the only player that threatened to sit out the playoff because of NIL. That's where I'm more worried about this going forward, is we could have this affect the outcome of playoff games going forward in the future. Like, imagine if Ohio State last year going to the playoff, Jeremiah Smith said, I'm not playing till you give me more money. Does Ohio State win the national championship without Jeremiah Smith?
Probably not.
So that's the stuff that I'm worried about, because if there's multiple players that did it this year, what does that say going forward? Which again bothers me, because that's taking the competitive nature out of the sport. You should just want to play in the playoffs because you got a chance to win a national championship, not for the money.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that I feel like is happening. Is you're getting guys who may not go to the school they want because another school is paying them more.
Yeah.
You know, they might, and we all know 18-year-olds are the best at making decisions about their future.
They're legendarily reliable about it.
Well, clearly,
Yeah.
Josh, their parents aren't the best at it either. So
Yeah, that's another thing to consider too. Like, not a whole lot of players that make it to the league like grew up in abject poverty. Some of them did, and it's one of those things that's like, if your parents don't know how to handle money, do not have them try to handle your money. Don't have them try to negotiate your stuff. It's some people are good with money, some people aren't. That's just how it is.
That's why, like, I've done Twitter Spaces a few couple.
Oh,
with,
Indy went Warren.
Wow,
Indy went Warren.
fuck,
Well,
man.
I mean, that's what I feel like
Everybody
a lot of
thought.
people. I feel like other than like the Bears, it felt like this was where he was most going to go, or they were going to go tight end at least. That's what
Bears.
I agree. Now they get the two best. They get the very best tight end. Also, again, another add another great name to the list of former players who had been recruited and committed to play at VT and then didn't play at VT.
That's great.
There's a long, really good list. I saw someone. They gave like a top 10 list of the best players to not play at VT, and Warren was like 5th.
I feel like you could do that for every school, though.
Yeah, but like the number 1 is Cam Newton for us.
Did you guys ever really have a shot with Cam Newton?
He infamously has said he almost went to VT solely because of our jerseys, because of the colors. He actually said he said that.
And Tyler Warren's got a better arm or not Tyler Warren, whoever threw that pass.
Oh, there's them playing in the little. At least they're not. At least they're showing some happy stuff. Because do you remember in 2020, the 2020 draft, where like every person that was drafted, they talked about like their dead relative or something.
Bro.
Yes.
Thank God they're not doing that anymore.
Oh my God.
Thank God. So
this person has a sob story.
This draft So this draft so far has been kind of, other than the Jags trade, it's been kind of mad. You know what I mean? It hasn't been like crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, let's be truthful with ourselves here. This draft has sucked.
Yeah, this is a non-exciting draft.
Like, this is our most boring draft stream.
I do think, though, Josh,
had.
I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that none of our teams are picking, besides Lucas, None of our teams are picking in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because for years it was. I
Well,
was
is it
picking in the
me
top 10.
or like
We were picking in the top 10. Josh, you were picking anywhere from 10 to 20 most times. Connor and and Lucas were always picking in the top 20s.
What?
So
Never picking outside the 20s. You mean like below that?
Yeah. So it's kind of like now that all of us besides Lucas were playoff teams, it's been kind of boring because it doesn't seem like there's really a lot of teams moving up.
Yep. Not a whole lot of trades in this first round either. Just kind of like stuff's falling where it is. And like number one overall was, I feel like that was a done deal like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it felt like.
And it's just like, it's hard for me to get excited when, we're taking tight ends in the top 10. And it's like,
That's literally the biggest surprise was the fact that Loveland went ahead of Warren since the trade for.
The Bears must have had. I'm assuming that they went best player available and that they had Loveland higher on their board.
Which I don't know how they have that, how that's possible, but
there are some teams that I know have that. It's not a very popular opinion, but some of them do. Yeah, this has been a pretty boring. Ugh.
That's true. Round. Yeah, as you're yawning just to prove the point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weak, dude. I mean, last year, what did we have? You had 6 quarterbacks go in the top
12.
11. Yeah, 12. Top 12. And without a defensive player going in the first 12 picks.
First 15 or first 14.
First 14 picks.
First number 15 was the first pick. Or the first
you had questions about which quarterback was going to go where,
other than Caleb.
Yeah, other than
actually, probably other than Jaden, other than Caleb, Jaden, and then Drake, the other 3 was like.
You're like, where's JJ McCarthy? Where's Penix? And where's Nick's going to go?
Like I'm sure all the teams that drafted QB, well, other than Atlanta, was probably going to take QB, but it was still like a question of what was the order of the picks going to be. You know what I mean?
And you didn't know if anybody was going to trade up to get one. I know there were questions that maybe New England wouldn't take May and was open to trading back. Like, it was just more exciting.
Yeah. So Atlanta's pick is still not in, and they have less than 2 minutes to go. So
maybe they're trying to trade.
Maybe they're also still trying to be like, hey, we have Kirk Cousins still here. You want him? Anyone still want Kirk Cousins? Anyone want Kirk Cousins? Going once, going twice. Sold? No.
He comes with his own chains, everybody. His own Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he comes with his own chains that you can
brings his own ice.
He comes with his own chains that you can lock him up with.
No, I was talking about like he wears a lot of chains for a white guy.
I was talking about more about you can use them to like lock him up so he doesn't keep stealing your money.
I don't know.
Because his agent is an elite bag getter.
Oh, absolutely.
It was first Sam Bradford, but then Kirk Cousins took that reign from Sam Bradford. Okay, they're down to less than 30 seconds, Atlanta, to get this pick in. Are they trying to trade? I swear to God, if they miss their pick, that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be so on brand too. That really would be. Oh no, it's in. Never mind. Okay, so they've gone all offense all 4 years under this current regime of under their GM. So who are they gonna take? It'll be interesting to see. If they go I feel like they have to go defense because they should have gone edge last year and didn't.
This is where we need the damn Jeopardy theme music.
Ugh.
No. Dude, I don't get why people. If it's worth it to even go do that, like go to see the draft live in person, and then just stand there.
I bet
For
it's
hours.
more fun. It's more fun there than it is just watching it.
No, because like you're making I mean it probably is because you get the energy of all the different like I would not
And
want to
you
be
can
all
drink,
way up.
and
I
you
wouldn't
can
wanna
boo
be-
the commissioner, and I bet it's
Well,
more
Josh,
fun.
I wouldn't want to be. The
It
problem
sounds-
is, I
it
wouldn't
sounds
want to
like
be
a-
waiting in line
It
and
sounds like a
standing in one
slightly
spot.
it sounds like a slightly less miserable version of like being in Times Square for the ball to drop. Like
No, what this would be,
The
Connor.
ball drop,
would be-
I've heard, is pretty miserable.
This
No,
would
because
be
you have to be there like 9 hours ahead of time. You can't leave if you need to go pee.
Connor. This would be the
Oh.
more miserable version of waiting
Oh, wait, shut.
for game day.
The game day was fun.
Yeah, Jalen Walker. They went Walker, linebacker.
Oh, that's a hometown pick. But no, game day is fun, Josh. But I'm talking about like after we stood there for a while, like you know how your legs start cramping up.
Dude, my
Like
legs
from
were
standing-
absolutely freaking dead that day.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we stood there. Remember,
Well,
we
we should
waited
not
in
have-
line.
Oh, we made the mistake of going so early.
Yeah.
Well, because the
Instead
line was
of
all the
just-
way to the line was all the way to Touchdown Jesus when we got there.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, but I mean, like, could you imagine what the draft is like 10 times that?
Especially
The
with
amount
how
of
many
people-
people especially with how many
Yeah.
people there are from the crowds right now there. Like it's
I think it's so funny that the draft is such a desirable event to be at, but they give away free tickets to the combine. Like you could just go to the combine, nobody cares.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like being for me standing there for God knows however long the draft takes. You're probably fucked up. Like imagine all of us being there. We're all probably fucked up. We're standing in a huge crowd of people.
No, I'm the only
If-
one who's not fucked up, and I'm just miserable.
Yeah,
because
Lucas has got to piss because when he drinks, he's got to piss like a fucking racehorse all of a sudden. So the amount of times that he would go to the porta potty, you'd probably get
Not no-
lost.
That's not an uncommon thing. But yeah, I had a good time. I wasn't like messed up or anything. It was just like one of those things like it's 10:30 in the morning and I'm already exhausted.
Yeah.
That's what it was for
Well,
me.
Well, and
And then
Lucas
the
made the
game
mistake
didn't
of
happen until what?
was
4:30?
7:30.
7:30,
No,
sorry.
7:30, yeah.
It was a night game, that's right.
We went back to the hotel and slept. I remember that. We all took
Yeah.
like, a nap.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went up food. You were miserable because you didn't want to walk across the campus.
Well, no, my legs were dead, and it was fucking like 90 something degrees in South
It was not
Bend.
that hot.
It was dude. They
Yeah,
had to give us.
but then-
We were chanting
I-
water.
I then had to drive. I then had to walk multiple times from where the parking was to where game day was, then back. Right. I walked with you to the car. You were then like, "Well, I'm gonna wait for an Uber," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not waiting for an Uber because it's gonna take 40 minutes. I'm just gonna
Oh
walk."
my god, I remember that. And I was just sitting where we were
Yeah,
supposed to
and
be, and
then
I was sitting there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're both sitting there for a good 20 minutes, and then Ryan just comes waddling up because they had to walk there anyway because the Uber never showed up.
Uber canceled.
And then we just went and sat and literally we even go and get food for like a good 5-10 minutes. We just sat at our seats, just cooling off and trying to,
Well,
let our
'cause we made the mistake of we drove through in the middle of the night to South Bend,
yes,
right? We didn't get there till early morning, We went. I can't remember. We went immediately.
Hold on. Let me paint this picture a little bit more vividly. Okay, because Connor and Lucas flew into Louisville at like what 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we drive from Louisville through the night. We get to Brian's house in Illinois at about.
How close are you to South Bend compared to Ryan's house again?
It was closer for us to just go to South Bend.
You were what, like 2? We would have been like what 2-3 hours away from South Bend.
We were like 4 hours away from South Bend, but
We drove
6 hours away from Ryan's house.
We drove over 6 hours instead to Ryan's
Yeah.
because he didn't want to drive there by himself.
Yeah, because that wasn't fun.
I love driving by myself over long distances.
I don't.
I know it sounds weird, but I literally just will like.
Plus, I needed you guys to keep me fucking awake. All right.
Yeah, that really worked with the rest of us passed out in the car.
I mean, I definitely fell asleep. You guys probably.
So we show up to Brian's house at like 2:30 in the morning. All right, local time, and we load all our stuff into his car.
We went back an hour as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we went back an hour. So we load all our stuff into his car, and then we go to a gas station, and it was like I went in, I bought an energy drink, I darn near chugged the energy drink, and I was still falling asleep. Like it had no effect on me whatsoever. And I saw so many roadwork cones in Illinois. Oh my god!
The cones were following you.
And the worst part about it was I don't know what some of these counties were doing. They weren't cutting the grass on the side of the road, so you'd have like 3 or 4 foot tall grass on the side of the road.
Yeah, they don't do that. They don't. Cut
and it's
their
just
grass.
like, and it's just like a deer could walk out at any moment.
Some cases, the grass was as tall as a deer.
Yeah. It was taller than the roadwork cones. By the way, if anyone ever drives through Illinois, it is one of the most boring drives you will ever.
Unless you're going to Chicago.
It's worse than driving through Ohio. And driving through Ohio is boring.
I don't know.
There's
Driving
cities
through
in Ohio.
I remember
driving through Oregon was pretty
being
boring.
the driver back from South Bend to Ryan's house. And
The reason why, yeah, that drive was pretty rough. But the reason why the Oregon drive wasn't more entertaining or anything like that, because there was a forest fire. And there was so much smoke you couldn't even see the mountains.
Also, there's mountains, and the scenery is actually nice to look at. It's not
Except you see all the homeless encampments everywhere on each side of the fucking road.
That was just in Portland.
That was only in Portland. Once we left Portland, it seemed to be okay.
I didn't see one homeless encampment once we left Portland.
We're sitting there, and Josh goes, "Oh, there's one. There's another. There's another one.
He was
right off the highway. I think I saw one had a driveway. Like
drive. He's like,
there was one on a ramp. There was one on the interstate ramp. There was one on the interstate ramp right under a tree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Like, do you have any idea how bad your homeless population has to be expanding out into the suburbs and the highways, interstate? Oh my god!
Oh jeez.
Ugh, man. Well, you guys are about to lose me here in about 5 minutes. I gotta start getting ready for work.
Okay.
Oh damn! All right. Well,
we'll text. We'll text you who when the Steelers take Shador, and then we'll make sure to afterwards look for the news article tomorrow saying a body was found on the tarmac.
Do check the news
someone had jumped off the airplane. or was arrested trying to kill themselves. We'll make sure to look out for those articles, okay?
Yeah, I don't know if the trying to kill, doing that stuff is gonna make the news, but like a death at UPS would certainly make the news, at least local news.
A local Kentucky man was found
was found dead at the tarmac.
With cat-
Louisville man, 30, found dead
Thursday
at
night.
UPS World
with a parent self-inflicted scatter shot.
No. Like, eyewitness reports say they saw him standing on top of the wing and jumping off in his last moment. He said,
Yes, sir.
eyewitnesses heard him say, "The Steelers took Sanders. I can't live with this anymore.
I can't deal with
I
mediocrity.
deal with it.
No, and
I
it says
deal with Dion."
he is survived by his wonderful wife and his dog, who is a Cheagle.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen, boys.
And and we'll have to go to Kentucky for our group trip and then take Josh's ashes and spread it at Kroger Field.
Please don't. Not Kroger Field.
Not Kroger Field. He'd rather have
Man,
it.
I tell you what, though, you better have Mark Stoops. You better have Mark Stoops at my funeral. He's going to be a pallbearer.
I let you down one last time.
Just let me down one last time, man.
Oh God, what a classic!
One last time.
We'll make sure Coach Calipari's there too.
Oh, he'll really
Yeah,
let him.
he can come, I guess. Not allowed to wear red.
And we'll have the UCLA Bruin there as well.
I'll come back to life. It's on site with the Bruin. On site.
You can't do that, Josh. They're extinct.
You know what's really bad? Like, do you guys remember the COVID year where like all the stands were empty and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, UCLA didn't have to change anything for that. That's just normal operating procedure for them.
Cal.
Neither did Cal. UCLA
more
is a trash
Wait,
football
what's
program. Huh?
What?
Oh, they were just talking. He mentioned the Steelers. But I guess this is the watch party for that's Shador's
Oh.
watch party.
Oh.
Oh, dude, it sucks we're not going to get Josh's live reaction.
I know.
To them taking Shador.
We would really go viral.
You know, whatever. See, right now I'm at like the acceptance stage that it's gonna happen.
So, when do you go through the denial, the sadness? When do you ever go through the other 5 stages?
I don't know. Bargaining. Let me look at what are the 5 stages of grief.
Stages of grief.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. All right, so I'm just at the end of it.
Well, you haven't had anger yet. You haven't experienced the entire ride yet.
Look, it's been a slow burn for the past 3 years. Okay? It's been a really slow burn for the past 3 years. Just
You went from Baby Hands Pickett to Let's Weld to now
Okay, here come the Bengals.
Showtime Shador.
oh, did you say let's weld?
Oh, they took Stewart.
Steelers country? Let's
Let's
weld?
weld,
What the
yeah.
world?
Well, Seattle.
All right, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I'm signing off.
All right, Josh.
Okay, see you, man. Have fun at work.
All right, guys.
Yep.
I'll try.
Hey,
Good night, everybody.
don't do it, Josh. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know tomorrow if I'm unsuccessful.
if we don't hear from Josh, we know.
He's just calling us. He's in a full body cast in the and his wife is just like FaceTiming us or
Be
something.
like, it didn't work.
It didn't work, and we can only see your lips. We can only see your eyes and your lips, and you're just in a full body cast.
Oh my god! I gotta tell you guys a story in the group chat.
Okay,
that is not appropriate for you.
Not appropriate.
Mike Tomlin comes and signs your cast, and he brings Shador with him.
I'd spit on him.
He just
come, hold on, come closer.
He just glared at him in anger.
All right, guys. Good night,
Josh. Yep. Oh man. So Walter Nolan and Shamar Stewart back-to-back picks.
Interesting. I mean, Bengals. It makes sense. They needed to go
defense.
They needed to, so it makes sense.
Now, what does Seattle do here? I guess receiver.
Seattle, maybe.
Yep. This is where Matthew Golden goes. When we get to the Steelers pick, we need to pull up the urinating tree stream.
Yes, we need to. We need to have that. We need to have that on here. We need to. You need to have that. Pull it up on your pull it up and have it ready to go.
Is it not? Are they not live right now?
No, they're live, but put it so where we're streaming it ourselves, like on our end, so we're showing it.
I know it's not showing that they're live right now.
Oh, they're not? It should be.
Who would it be?
It's a dumpster. It's the dumpster fire. He does it with 5. Remember we had 5 on?
Oh yep.
Yeah, so they're doing that together. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee. That's where it is. Ooh.
All right, I'll get this pulled up. All right, so we have that playing in the background. So as we wait, the Seahawks pick is in. Again, I'd imagine that this is where Matthew Golden goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Pull up our last. Pull up maybe not you and me, but maybe the pick that we did, or our first mock draft, or either that one or the one that you and I did, just to see how we're doing. Because I know we definitely did not get. I know Loveland, Williams, and Banks. I feel like we got to see how well we're doing.
All right, hold on. All right.
Okay, here we go. Here's Seattle. The third most hated team in Green Bay. Mainly because of the 2014. Oh, okay.
Oh.
They went Zabel. Interesting.
All right, so.
Oh, so he's a guard. Got it.
So I feel like we might be better with our first one, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, no. It's kind of a mixture. Okay. One more pick until my Broncos are on the clock.
And
So we will
wholly
see.
and you're absolutely wholly disappointed in it.
Yeah. I'll see what we do here. I'd imagine it's probably going to be Hampton.
If they don't go Hampton, are you going to be really mad?
No, I mean, it depends on who we get. Yeah, this draft sucks so far.
So it just sucks because we haven't really seen too much craziness yet. No trades.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the tree stream picked, ready to go. So we can live react to that as well.
And you need to put the volume up too, so we can listen, so we can hear his reaction.
That's gonna be fucking hilarious.
If they go Shedeur.
If it's Shedeur, yeah. I'm guessing 5 was happy with the Abdul Carter pick.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah. You can't hear my game, can you?
No.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Now my question is, I wonder if any guys from our team must go in the first.
Oh, you're talking about from any of our team?
Yeah.
It's weird. I haven't seen, other than maybe Derek Harmon. He's about the only guy. Well, and obviously a few guys.
Maybe Morrison or Watts, but
who else are you saying?
I said Morrison or Watts, maybe.
I haven't seen them as first rounds. Pretty much every mock I've ever seen has them as like second round picks. I haven't seen anything about that. Okay, Bucks pick is in.
Yes, let's get this over with.
So you have right. The timer starts once the pick is in. Then the timer starts.
What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Once the pick is in for the current team, the clock starts for the next team. So they said the pick is in, and now Denver has like 7 and change minutes left to put their pick in, which makes sense. So. Yeah, so I guess if the Ravens go offensive line, I guess Josh Simmons seems the only one left in the first round. But if he gets taken,
So yeah, it says if Shador didn't make it to the Dolphins or Falcons, Steelers was going to be. He had 7% chance to fall to the Steelers. Wow.
Oh, Shador?
Entering into the day, he had 7% chance.
Tree is currently grittying, so that's how that's going. Grittying. Oh, both him and both Tree and 5 are grittying.
Yeah,
funny.
All right, see what the Bucks do.
There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, they went Ibuka?
Wow.
Oh. So they're adding to a strength. Interesting.
Yeah, that's
because Mike Evans is getting older. They just re-signed Godwin, and now they're adding Ibuka. So they're just they're just being like, hey, Baker, go wild. And I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like their defense still needs a little bit, but.
All right. My Broncos are on the clock.
Here we go.
No spoiling it. I will get the live reaction of this.
If they don't go Hampton, it'll be hilarious.
I'd be fine with Hampton or Harmon.
Or Derek Harmon. Got it.
Yeah. I do like that pick. The Bucks are going to have a great receiver core.
I like it too.
I'm surprised Perna's not live.
He is.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah. He's definitely live. I just saw it.
Okay, let me. Are you serious? We're going to another commercial break. What are we doing, ESPN?
I'm on NFL Network, and they're still talking. So why don't you just go over there? Oh, never mind. They're going to commercial too.
All right, I'm pulling this up real quick too. Hold on.
Mountains running through me. I'm ready for this Denver Broncos pick. That's not a sponsor, but I would love for Coors Light. Think about it.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Live reacting to Perna's live
We're
reaction.
going to sail over a bit for shop. 15% off during the draft and the draft only. Draft 15. You got to use the promo code draft 15 our dark roast, our this is our year blend. There's always next season. All right, Will. This is going to be the most important draft pick in Denver Broncos history.
Yeah.
Do they do it, or do they get nailed themselves?
That's a bit of a stretch, but okay.
The nail.
I like to be both. I like to know the only guy nailing me is me.
But I need to get hammered before
And
I get.
his wife, Jessica.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps the crippling anxiety you have
Peyton
being
Manning,
naked in front of another person. What?
Peyton Manning commercial before the Broncos pick. That feels like a good omen.
That's good luck. We got a progressive commercial as well. On my end, that means nothing. I'm just saying what's happening on the TV. There's a lawnmower on my TV now. Fuck. Okay.
Fuck.
Broncos draft Shedeur Sanders. And it's Sanders to the Broncos.
Not funny, guys.
Funny.
Knock it off.
Yeah, not funny.
Knock it off. That's
Cut
not
it
funny.
out.
Yeah, we trade Bo Nix and draft Shedeur Sanders.
That'd be
Full house
hilarious. That would be unbelievably hilarious.
Cut it out.
Hey, Joey, cut it out.
Ryan, mute them
Yeah.
real quick. What
Okay.
is one player you do not
They all
want?
have their little
Other than
catchphrases
Sanders.
on that.
Like if you actually be upset if they actually took him.
I won't be upset with any, as long as it's like an actual need.
So if they take someone that's not in a need, will you be upset?
Yeah, I'll be mad. Yeah.
So what do you need other than running back?
So receiver, running back, tight end, D tackle.
Oh, so pretty much an entire offense other than
Yeah.
quarterback. Got it.
We need weapons.
Show,
Okay,
yeah.
no trade in front of
I
the
don't know if any.
Steelers. The Broncos stay put.
Yep.
Oh.
The pick is in.
Much love from Australia, man. Duh Bears. Thank you, Josh. Bud. I appreciate it.
Aussie dollars.
Drew Lynch is down in Australia on his comedy tour right now, Josh.
Pick is in. Pick is in.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
The Broncos pick is in, Will.
Here we go.
Dokie.
The pick is in.
When they win the Super Bowl within the next 3 years, we'll be talking about how important this draft pick was.
He is just delusional.
It'll be 4th and 3 at the goal line, and this player is going to be the guy who gets the touchdown, even if he is a defensive player.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a special
You can take
package.
it the other way. Yeah.
All right, picks in.
You guys aren't winners.
George Payton, Sean Payton. They look a little nervous. I don't like how nervous they look. I want to see some joy back there. I want to see them going like, "Yeah, we got our guy."
Well, traditionally, you don't. Yeah, they might not have. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about any of this. All right.
I think you got a good receiver though, but it wasn't a need. Maybe that was their best player though. Maybe that was their best player available. You guys drafted him. I get why you might want a different position there. Oh, God. All right, here we go. Come on,
All right.
Denver. Broncos selection. Roger Goodell's coming out with somebody. Bring it home, buddy.
Let's get Tony Scheffler out there again.
God bless Bo Nix. Mike Shanahan should
God
be in the Hall
bless
of Fame.
Bo Nix.
God bless Walmart. If I were calling a draft pick, I would say God bless Walmart.
Yeah.
Then I would just be like, I fucking love Walmart, guys. Like, they have changed my team and my life.
Say it on TV too. I fucking love Walmart.
Shop Walmart.
Is this a Make-A-Wish? The Broncos are doing a Make-A-Wish, kid.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
my
It's
God,
coming.
it is.
Got Brad Williams out there representing Broncos country. Oh, yeah. Samuel, who fucking kicked Cancer's ass, is on there making the pick for us. Come on. Yeah, pump them up. Linebacker, that would have made sense for the Buccaneers. Oh, we took a corner, Will. We took Jahdae Barron. Oh, shit.
This Riley Moss just dropped in value.
Riley Moss, your jerseys not
The hell?
points. Hey, I mean, Jade was, I think,
Not
all
on
people thought he would
anybody's
go top
board.
10.
Ryan, mute it.
Not on any-
What's your thoughts? You're shaking your head. Corner's not a need.
It was one that, but it wasn't like
A
a
major
huge
need?
one. No.
Well, I guess they just didn't have a first round pick grade for Hampton then. Or I mean, running back is super deep. Like that it is so deep this year. They're probably going to get a first round running back.
But I will say, this isn't the guy that I would want. But what I will say is that the Broncos got the best corner in this draft, and him alongside Surtain.
Yeah.
Because the issue, the weakness was this past season was people would pick on Riley Moss. You're not going to be able to do that now.
Obviously, they're not going to throw it to
Surtain, yeah.
So it makes sense. You want to put
Right.
up?
Yeah, I'm pulling up right now. Tree is ready with his cocktail.
He's ready to
But
get drunk.
better than Jalen Milrow. For the love of God, Jalen Milrow.
He wants Milrow over the door.
Oh, Jalen Milrow, please.
No, he doesn't.
All right, the poll is up. Colorado from Agent Arbella.
God damn it.
Everyone,
Why?
Bro,
no.
13, please just
Broncos-
anyone but the Canes from
Here
a
we
forever
go.
pissed off Whalers fan who's now a Brewers fan. I mean, I don't think they're going to make the finals. Big JJ.
Shedeur Sanders
67.
out the gate, by the way.
Fuck.
Keep reading.
As I said, I don't know how I feel about Shedeur Sanders. I just don't.
This might be his moment.
As I said, he could be good, but I just feel like picks in.
Yep.
Ooh,
Here it
it's actually
comes.
some interesting banana.
Here it comes. If it's Shedeur, I'll smoke a bowl.
You're gonna smoke a bowl anyway. Fuck you.
I know, but still. If it's Shedeur, I'll smoke a bowl now.
Tomlin's happy, so it looks like it's gonna be a quarterback.
Yep, it's
There
a
you go.
quarterback.
Oh boy. So it's Jackson Dart with a bunch of white kids randomly in his room.
If it's Jalen Milrow, will you shave your head?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it.
Okay. If it's for Jalen
I'll do it
Milrow
live.
Tree, he'll do it live. Okay, I don't think it's Jalen
Oh,
Milrow.
here we go. I hope not.
That will be the funniest thing on earth.
It
Could we get a
won't.
super
Fuck
chat?
you.
Could we get a hundo if it's Jalen
No.
Milrow?
Go
I
fuck
would
yourself.
love it.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
And Nolan first, almost first rounder.
3,205 people here to watch you melt down. To watch
Jake
you
Albrecht,
melt
Cleveland trading back and picking up Graham was a surprisingly smart move. And I'm happy PS is Browns fan. Tree is my only favorite Steeler fan. Here we go.
Here's Mel Diaper.
Oh, there we go. It's Mel Kiper.
Here's Mel
It's Mel
Diaper
Kiper.
Jr.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper? Who is Mel
What the
Kiper?
hell
Didn't he
is
die
Mel
this past
Kiper?
year? The GM who said that?
I think so, yeah. I thought you were going to ask it. Mel Kiper's dead to me, but here we
Mike
go.
Keifel's been dead in spirit. All
Uh-huh.
right. Here we go.
And former Brew.
Okay, here we
it
go.
is. Let's go.
Chivas.
I'm
Chivas, hold me.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, Oregon.
You can hear the roar in this crowd under the surprise of many, and it is echoed on the stage.
No quarterback. No quarterback. Thank God. Yes. Yes.
Sanders is
Thank
not
the
the
Lord.
first round pick then.
Yes. 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 Fuck you. No Jalen Milrow. No Shedeur Sanders.
A-Rod
You keep
A-Rod
going
to
down the board.
A-Rod to the Vikings now.
Oh,
We gotta need. God. Oh my God. Oh, I don't have to dig on my shirt. Thank God. Thank God. Thank Lord. I have to ship those.
Oh no.
I have to
What?
ship those.
Okay, you want to close
Yeah.
out?
Oh wait. Can we
Yeah.
get this?
Oh jeez. Oh man. See, and you got Broncos fans in my Broncos group chat talking about killing themselves now. So over the Jade Bear, the Baron pick. To me, like I don't like it, right? Because corner is it's a want, not a need. Running back and tight end are needs.
Because it improves you guys.
Yes.
Well, it improves your defense. Definitely helps.
Yes. But the defense was already good. Like somebody said, we still have retards.
I get.
One of the guys in our group chat said, "Oh, great, we have 2 elite corners, but Bo still has retards and little kids to throw the ball to." I mean, oh man, let's see. Now, what do the Ravens pick? What are they at?
7. I get the feeling we're probably going to go either O line or maybe safety.
Swipe this car. I don't know why it handles so weird.
Yeah, Shador's not even going to go. Probably not even going to have a first round pick.
I'm surprised Will Johnson's fell this far.
I haven't seen him like with a top 10 or top 15.
He was projected as a top 10 pick this entire year. So maybe this last
Well,
month.
he had a down year. He was injured. He didn't play as much. So
yeah. No way. Oh my God. A Broncos fan shot an entire clip at his TV because of the Jade Barron pick.
what? Is it recorded?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What?
Look.
Put it in the group. No. Put it in the group chat. Put it in the group chat. Don't actually like show it. Jesus Christ, dude. What? He wanted Hampton or something?
Yes.
Cool. Now, so dude's about to get arrested for firing a firearm inside his house. Yeah, dude. Congratulations. You're a dumbass.
But seriously, though, that Broncos secondary now, Surtain, Barron,
if your defense
Jones,
you guys, that'll be hilarious.
If what? Our defense is?
Ends up being the weak link, that would be hilarious. All 3. So I think what the so crazy. So the AFC North. Do you know what the AFC North did? I just realized they went all defensive line. They're trying to be like, we're going to stop the Ravens from running the ball down our throats and preventing Lamar from running the ball all over them. That's because Cleveland went Graham at DT. So did the Steelers taking a DT. The Bengals took an edge. They needed defense anyway, but they're like, we're going to try and stop Lamar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think the draft is kind of sped up a little bit. The last couple picks.
There's definitely been like some surprises with some of the picks, so that's definitely helped.
I'm surprised Barron fell that far.
I saw there was one mock. This was probably a while. This was a while ago, so it wasn't like recent. But I definitely remember seeing some mocks of him going to like Baltimore.
Yeah. So what is Baltimore gonna? Are you going corner then, or what?
No, we're not going to go corner. I think Barron was the only one corner that really had a first round pick. I get the feeling they might go safety.
Malachi Starks.
Malachi Starks. They're going to go best player available on whoever's available that's on their board. They'll take. So if it's Starks,
so the Chargers. Hold on, the Chargers are on the clock.
Maybe James Pierce. Maybe
James
another
Pierce,
edge. Huh?
James Pierce Jr.
Dude, I would like that. I mean, I can tell you one thing where he's just going to replace Odafe Owe because we're definitely not paying Owe. Owe is probably going to leave after this season because we're definitely not paying him a contract that he's going to want since we're giving Kyle Hamilton a big ass contract pretty soon. So maybe I think what the Chargers are going to do here is they're going to go wide receiver. They need someone other than an old ass Mike Williams and Ladd McConkey and Bricks for hands, Quentin Johnston. So they're going to go wide receiver, and then it's the Packers. There's going to be some big pomp and circumstance with the Packers since they're the ones hosting. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Oh, Ryan.
What?
Look up Tom Grossi comedy. He's a Packers.
Okay. I know who that is.
Yeah, pull him up. Have him after this because the Packers are up after the Chargers. Actually, pull it up now and just have it in the background. Let's just get his reaction because I want to see his reaction because I get the feeling the Packers are probably going to break his heart and it'll be kind of funny to see live. Here we go.
Edgley Tour should go to the Packers. Will Tour?
How many people does he have watching? Like 20,000 people?
Hold on. He has 17,500 people watching.
That number's going to go up in a moment.
Yep.
Or I just realized if no one unless Houston goes offensive line, which I feel like they probably will. If they take Josh Simmons, who's probably the last remaining really good offensive lineman as like a first round level talent, then the Ravens will probably go like defense or something. But I feel like if Simmons is there, they'll probably take him because they don't have any depth at their linemen. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't get it. Everybody's in the group chats crashing out because they wanted Hampton. I'm like, dude, I said, this running back class is so deep and so is the tight end class. We're going to get it. They're like, well, what are we supposed to do now? We haven't given any help to Bo. I said, you guys are acting like we have no more draft picks. Like, there's a whole draft.
Yeah, exactly. The concern will be if you've only drafted like one receiver and like one running back, haven't done anything else. You know what I mean? Like that's the concern.
You're gonna laugh at who the Chargers picked.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So they had
my group chat. Bro, my group chat is freaking the fuck out. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? We wanted Genty, the Raiders take him. We wanted fucking Hampton, the Chargers take him.
Wait. What? So So they're just. This is such a hardball move. He's just leaning more. Okay, let's have time out. They're just leaning so much into the running game because Gus Edwards is slow and he's not there. J.K. Dobbins' burst is gone, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's such a hardball move, though. Let's forego helping Herbert be able to throw the ball down the field.
6:42 to go. It's not going to be Sanders. Stop bullying me, internet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, there's a couple of guys that they can go. They could go Will Johnson here. They could. They go Josh Simmons here. That'd be something.
Dude, imagine
Campbell would be like a low-key pick.
Imagine they
that
pick
maybe
Sanders.
They could. Golden, of course. Hairston has been there. Mike Green, he's an option. I think there's a few guys that I would not
feel like
mind.
he's going to be disappointed because that's just what the Packers have done. For
Start the
him.
fire. Broncos go secondary. Chargers say, okay. Well,
Packers always
exactly. He's like,
disappoint.
we don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Them going Hampton's fun. That should be a fun division. All right, let's see. They go running back with Hampton. Hold on 1 second. Spelling is good. Dark Friend Fire. Don't draft Herbert in fantasy. Harrison Hampton, two-headed monster. Lots of great picks for the Packers. Sean to Fire time. I'm scared. Aren't we all? Packers trade with the Lions. Don't put that on me. Mr. I'm paying to manifest Sanders to Green Bay. Stop bullying me. No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Bro,
Maybe they go get. Oh, here are all the cheese cards.
They trade.
Maybe they go Golden.
Love
Austin Stewart.
and
Come,
draft
missed you,
Sanders.
up. No, I'm just in downtown Green Bay, about 10 minutes away from Lambeau Field, streaming at LiveX. They're not going Sanders. Max or trade alert incoming. Austin Sanders getting the Malik Willis treatment. Daniel with Tour, give us Luther, not in the first. Dojo Tour, 23rd. Packers select offensive tackle. I know people would be really upset, but it depends on who it is. And Tour, let's see a trade with the Lions. Stop it. No. Nay. 9. No. All right. Could go wide receiver with Golden. Could go edge rusher.
Well, Sanders.
Ezraku is right there,
Sanders
too.
really isn't going to go in the first.
Mike Green is there.
No, he's not.
Could go Pierce.
Wow.
Go Scorton. Then go Simmons. Hairston.
I bet
West, we
Shador
think
is
about
probably
Sawyer in
beside
later
himself.
rounds. Later rounds would be okay with it.
No, Deion's
How
calling.
would they fire conspiracy theory out of time?
Draft my fucking son, all right?
Exactly.
You listen here.
Restore with a tenor.
Exactly.
Much love my favorite rival fan to spar with. Good luck with the pick and can't wait for next
All right,
season.
hold on a second.
Almost done with the full coach lore. Let's go. Come on now. I can see they tour a Lions trade for this pick. No, 420 remaining. Let's go. Fatmore with a tenor. Hampton's in the Green Bay spot in the crawl. Thank you, Fatmore. I appreciate you. I just put him in the wrong place. I'm excited my team is on here. Okay, hold on. He is. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No. My God, this is so... I'm going to have to just redo this. Okay, we're going to make this work. All right, Chargers. 3:53 to go. Come on, Packers. Let's go. Nate with fire. Lovely.
That crowd is crazy.
Dr. What would be bad about Luther? It's not bad. I just don't...
On your feet
first
for that
round?
long, you know what I mean?
First round, I'd rather not go. I'd rather go Golden in the first if we're doing that. Whether they tour last goal I remember was Tate. Kevin, thank you for the tour. 3.5 minutes for the Packers. Dar for the tour. Sanders to the Lions. Will Hulse with the tour. 3-way Lions Vikings Packers trade. Goes to tour. Sanders reminds me of Favre. He's made for Green Bay. No, we have a quarterback. We have one. If I grass, what would you with Pack draft Shador? I told you I'd run to Lambeau. I would run to Lambeau and just stop it from happening. One pilot tour, Jaden Milrow. Very nice person. Just for tour, why is my broadcast like 50 seconds behind? I'm watching on ABC over here. So we're rocking. Maybe Hairston. It could be. Again, I don't know if it is. Again, he's just a little smaller than guys that Goody usually goes for, but we'll see. We'll see. Dark with a tenor. Packers select Andres, the kicker from Miami. Yeah, edge would be great. Corner would be great. There's a Mark Murphy head over there. Bimkins with a tour saying kicker. No, we're good. 2.5 minutes. Pass with the tour. Sanders to the Rams. It's a possibility. All right. This is exciting. Zachary, Tom Grassi, wide receiver. Raymond Tour, they don't get their pick in time. Don't put that on me. Don't do that. Tommy! With Tyler Warren, the Colts. You didn't have to trade for him. Tex Sanders played in the UFL. We have 23,000 people in here. We are streaming from downtown Green Bay. 2 minutes left on the clock for the Packers.
They're taking their sweet ass time
Just
right
let
now.
me have a nice pick, please. Just let me.
They're
let me
tricking.
be
They're on the
happy.
phone with
Feel
Dion
free to
right
subscribe. We're
Oh, there.
280 subs away from 823. Dirty
Connor.
receiver, long snapper. No. Andrew Fire. We didn't go for Sanders, thank God. Now we got a wide receiver CB. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Under a minute 40. Colonel Latour, Jackson Dart. No. Cree with Tanner Golden. Austin Sebastian Janikowski. Under 90 seconds, son. Don't charger it. Nate would fire. Most players hug the commission when the pick is in. Tom would tackle Rodgers if they draft Sanders. I would stop it. I would stop it. I would do the right thing.
He
All right,
would
let's,
do the
let's
right
pick
thing.
Packers. 1:15 to go. Skylar with a 20. Need the commies pick so I can sleep.
So
East Coast
Will
problem.
Johnson Jr. has a knee issue
Okay.
that has concerned
Matt
some
Point
NFL
third.
teams and
Touch.
explains why
No.
he is not yet.
Fire
been
Broncos.
selected.
Legit excited for the AFC West. It's gonna be so
Wow.
much fun. Arctic. It's Brian Branch. Eric Whittour. We need the Lions to trade the Packers. No collusion this year. None. None. The pick is in, and the Packers picked. The pick is in for the 2025 NFL Draft hosts. Oh, God. All right. Golden would be cool. It'd break a streak. Ezeraku would be cool. Green would be cool. Johnson, again, as long as he's healthy. I just got a little fear with that. Daniel Otura, burn it from Bama. Oh, let's go. It's going to be loud. We've been waiting all night for this one. Well, Packers could pull the Vikings. They did not. Chris Fire, not Packers fan. I enjoy them. Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Oh, it went down. Let's see. Just watch Tom Grossi running from backstage and Godot with a chair. By God! Oh, beautiful Lambeau Field. Are they going to go to commercial? Or are they going to actually do it? Back out to a trade alert with the Lions. Nay. The pick is already, and you can't hurt me now. Nice try, Lions. Can't hurt me this year. Ben Moore Fire. Hampton has 2 A's in the Chargers crawl. Greatly appreciated. I'm a mess right now. I'm a mess. My team is on the.
So what do you think the Packers do here?
It's
Connor?
Hampton.
Like he's saying, there's a
Well,
bunch.
we
of
got
different,
25,000 people.
Hey, you
in
called
here.
it.
Feel free to subscribe.
They've went up
It's
8,000
free.
since we tuned
Let's
in.
go. We're 246 subscribers away from 823. And here comes Roger Goodell with the man responsible for getting the draft in Green Bay, Mark Murphy.
Oh, Tom here. He's actually this guy.
Let's go, Mark.
He's going to be
Mark announcing this pick
the
is
Packers'
perfection.
6th round
Let's
pick, number
go.
198.
Let's go, Mark. Hell yes. Let's go, Mark. Look at that pop. Look at that pop.
Oh my God! Look at the Lions.
It's unbelievable. Let's go. Mark, don't break my heart now. Let's go. So we got 26,000 people in here. Let's go. The Green Bay Packers about to pick. Feel free to subscribe. Really helps out the channel. We're trying to get to 1 million subs. Let's effing get it. Let's go. FD praying bad things. Don't you put that on me. Don't you put that on me. Is Mark Murphy going to be the guy to finally give us a receiver after 23 years in the first? We're not picking Shadur. Don't you put that voodoo on me. Nay. Let's go.
Yep.
Dude. I'm so, again, I am elated for this freaking city, man. It is packed there. Let's effing go. Let's go. It's not Shadur. It's not. Rob. Diamond Purple Incarnation. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
I love the guy who's the Lions.
I'm not looking at the chat. We ain't getting
giant Lions
spoiled.
head
We're
of,
just in Green Bay, Wisconsin. 23rd pick. Let's see. 13-time world champs. Come on. Oh my God, the first time since 02, they drafted a receiver.
Oh
my God, for the first time in 23 years, it's Matthew Golden.
Woo!
It's Matthew Golden! Green and golden! Put it on the shirt! You are a Green Bay Packer! Wow! I have goosebumps for the first time in 23 years. The Green Bay Packers, hosting the draft, have drafted a wide receiver in the first round. Holy crap, man.
Wow. Awesome. 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 Man. So now the Vikings are on the clock.
Was receiver really that much of a need for them, though?
Well, who do they have?
Jaden, shit, I forget his last name. He was really good, Jaden. Christian Watson's always injured. Romeo Dobbs, he's inconsistent. Jaden something is pretty good. Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed was really good last year. He was really good. So
I don't get why everyone's still on my end is crashing out that we did our two division rivals got the running backs that we wanted. It's this position that I still feel like
you can still get. There's so many good running backs still available.
Like I'd be fun if you tell me we got Jahdae Barron and we get Travion Henderson or Quinshon Judkins in the second. I'm happy with that.
That's fair.
So, I don't think there's a huge drop off from Hampton to
Judkins or Henderson.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like Judkins was, because of how good he was in college football, 25. I feel like that's overblown his value and what people think of him, obviously, even though it's a video game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's no difference, I don't think. I mean, not much. It really was like there was a gap, I guess, from Genty down, but not as wide. But not as crazy as from a difference from any other positions.
I'm just so glad that we didn't get Colston Loveland. That was the one guy I did not want. We do not need Michigan players on this team.
Why?
You know why?
Oh, because you just say Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan.
Oh, man. So what have we got? The Vikings pick is in. Then we got Houston and the Rams up next after that. And then what, the Ravens?
Yeah, so I've 4 more picks.
That must suck. That must suck, Connor, having to wait for your team to pick.
Well, it's funny because it sucks if you think about it, but how this is really going is it's going pretty good. There's a lot of good players that I'm kind of interested in are still available. Mike Green, Starks, Iminawari, Josh Simmons. There's James Pierce. There's so many good players that are still on the board that all of those players at one point or another have been mocked to the Ravens in any number of mocks. So it really is cream of the crop. It's not like they're not getting the best, right? Like a Hunter or Carter, but they're still getting all the players that are still that they would want that probably are at the top of their board is falling to them. And this is always how it seems to go. Other players will, there's a bunch of players that, are going that the Ravens were never going to take, which means the players they probably are interested in are now going to be more available, are more likely to be available.
Yeah.
Okay, Vikings pick is in.
What do the Vikings do here, you think?
I think they go.
Could they go Shador?
No, because they have JJ. They're not gonna.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Unless they don't think JJ is the guy.
Well, I mean, JJ literally hasn't taken a regular season snap yet. They're not gonna give up on him that quickly. Right. So.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're doing the smart thing of protecting JJ. So that's another guy. Guard was being considered for the Ravens as well because they definitely need guard help because they lost one of their guards. They're kind of weak at guard. So I feel like he would have been good. Josh Simmons, if he's still there, I'm sure that they might take him.
Hold on.
Oh God, what happened?
The New York Giants have traded with the Houston Texans for the 25th pick.
I see that. Wow. So we're
They're going quarterback? Shador.
They're gonna go Shador.
Oh my God.
Oh good Lord, no! They're pulling a Ravens. They're trading back in to get the 5th-year option for the quarterback. That's what that is.
Wow.
That's insane.
Well, the problem is here, and this Kuiper just mentioned this. Dable likes Jackson Dart.
Dude, that'd be insane. They take Dart, not Shador. That'd be insane.
But the problem is, so the Giants scouts, right, Connor? The Giants scouts love Shador.
But Dable likes
Dart.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. I don't think they would trade. You wouldn't think, though, they'd trade all that for Dart, would you?
What'd they trade?
They traded their number 32, or not the number 30. Wait, what? What do they have?
34? So
number 34.
So is that what I'm guessing they trade their 2nd-round pick to move up, right?
Trade their 2nd, their 3rd, and a 6th to move up.
Okay, that's not bad.
But what you could have got a quarterback maybe in the 2nd. Why would you move up?
No, because you do it like why the Ravens traded back up to get Lamar. It's to get that 5th-year option. It's to get the 5th-year option because 2nd-round picks don't get that. So if he's good, so just kind of like what happened with Daniel Jones, he struggles, and then in his 4th year he was actually like good, 4th or 5th year, and then like okay, I guess we'll give him a new contract, right? And then
All right, the pick is in for the Giants.
So this is gonna be Shador, Jackson Dart. This is here. Put on dumpster fire. Put on the dumpster fire.
No.
We need to see Tree's reaction. We need to see reaction.
Damn it! No.
We need 5's reaction. That's where I got my online master's from. So
I don't like this.
I
What are
love
the terms?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What
I
are
love
the
the Shitters.
terms?
Sanders.
What are the
Come
fucking
on.
terms? Where's
I don't know. I don't care. I'm just showing Ari Myroff right here.
Dude, imagine because it's funny because Tree was gonna thought he was gonna get Shador, and now it's gonna be 5.
Imagine what?
I said because Tree thought
I
he
said
was
I
gonna
wanted
get Shador,
Jackson Dart, but not at this cost, right? Like,
and now
I
it's
don't-
like 5 might get Shador.
Oh God, here we go.
DeVito's getting cut. What is happening?
Oh, there's Golden.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Here we go. Here are your confirmed trades. The Giants have traded the 34 pick, the 2025 third, and a future 6th round pick to the Texans in exchange for the number 25 pick.
Wow.
So not terrible. You are getting that 5th-year option. That's what you're shooting for.
But I feel like Rams are fleecing right now. Future 6.
It's the Texans.
So we get no depth in this draft. I mean, we got 2.
I'm surprised the Texans did that.
It's
though, 'cause
not
they
that
need
bad.
help in line.
We're not
It's
going to
not
win
that
next year.
bad.
They're. Why did they
You are
sign
picking
Jameis?
a quarterback. Go fuck yourself. You're cutting Tommy
Maybe-
DeVito. You're
Tommy
letting
Cutlets.
Yeah.
whomever you're picking go high. That's all you're doing.
This is unbelievable. I was ready to go to bed thinking, listen,
bed.
I've said on
Look at-
clickbait multiple times that I wanted Jackson Dart. I just, you know what? We riding with Dart.
5. It's like
We
this is
riding.
All right.
unbelievable.
Well, would you rather have
Riding
Dart
with
here or would you
Dart.
rather have Dart at 3? Come on, man.
We Jackson Dart. Here we go. Let's go. All right. I'm getting used to the idea. But if it's Shador Sanders, I'm punching y'all in the face. Wow. How did Jackson Dart become a 1st-round pick?
Because
This
it's
is
a boomer
crazy.
bust pick. They are trying to save their own asses. That's what they're trying to do.
I'm not convinced. I won't believe it until Goodell says it. Here's a plunger for y'all. Shador is currently angry. Look at him. He's like, I will
Yeah.
get my revenge. He is seething. Jackson Dart looks fine. He looks happy.
He
I think
looks
it's
like
Dart. He looks like a smug little asshole. He looks like this is Zach Wilson 2.0. And I said I wanted him. My God. What is happening? The draft is clearing out. Everyone's like leaving now.
yeah, because they realize, oh shit, the Giants are picking. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, the Green Bay picks, so now they're funneling out. They're probably going into the stadium to go hang out with the Golden because that's how Green Bay fans are. Boy, they're really milking this one. They're
Man.
really milking this. And then these picks will start going fast and it'll end. Mel's best available, Shador Sanders. Will John. Here it is.
Shador
Let's
Sanders
go.
ain't that fucking
Give me the
good.
audio. Give me the audio.
Pick to the New York Giants. With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select
Wow.
Jackson Dart, quarterback, Mississippi.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit.
You seem kind of whelmed with this pick, sir.
I'm
What's your
ambivalent,
emotions?
dude?
Wow.
I mean, I like it, but I don't like. We'll see. Ooh, his mom's hot. Holy shit.
Okay, Zach Wilson.
His mom.
Listen, we have a quarterback.
wow, look,
we
his
have
mom's
many
hot.
quarterbacks. We have so
You
many
have
quarterbacks.
placeholders, dude.
We have so
That's-
many quarterbacks.
funny.
We have Russell Wilson. We have Jameis Winston. Tommy DeVito signed, and now we have Jackson Dart.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito's a cut.
Insane.
Come on.
Yeah.
You
DeVito-
don't have a quarterback.
I mean, I'm scared of Jameis Winston trying to mentor
Oh, no,
anybody.
the Falcons just
Of
traded
course,
for
you
the
got your
Rams.
knees, you got your shoulders, and then your knees, and your hip, and your knees.
Just
and your
hate to
toe.
interrupt you. The Atlanta.
Ryan.
Wow. Yeah.
So, wow. So, Falcons trade 46. What? The Falcons traded 46, 242, and their 1st-round pick in 2026 to get 26 and 101 this year from the Rams.
What did they trade?
They gave up their 2nd-round pick, a 7th-round pick, and their first rounder next year, unless they have 2 first-rounders for some reason. For 26 and then a 3rd. What? Why? What? You giving up a 1st-round pick for a team that's probably going to be still picking inside the top half of the draft next year? Like, what?
This is not very smart.
So Shador is not. So Shador is definitely not getting drafted in the first round.
Yep. Oh, you didn't add the dart pick.
Who, us?
Yeah, to the ticker.
Oh yeah, we never had dart in any of our drafts or any of our.
No,
mocks.
I'm saying you didn't add him to the ticker.
Oh, I just haven't put the ticker back up because I was just finishing. Wow.
Well, that heated up quickly. With now back-to-back trades.
Yeah.
I did not see Jackson Dart as a first-round quarterback. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can't imagine what Shador is feeling right now.
He's gotta be so pissed, or just be like, he's like, I've never been rejected like this before. Is this what it feels like? Wow, that's crazy.
I don't understand though, because what's the problem
With
with
Shador?
Shador?
I think
Yeah.
teams just don't want to have to deal with Dion, possibly, especially if he's not going to start.
But Shador is a good
Dude.
quarterback.
He doesn't. From what I've seen and from watching him play, he is not good at throwing like into a window. He's not good at throwing anticipation.
I just don't understand how you go from being a possible top 3 pick to falling out of the first round completely.
Okay,
Oh, no,
unfortunately,
you're fine.
I had this pick.
What's up, Gage?
I had this pick just spoiled for me because I do have the tweets from the Ravens beat writers on. So I know who the Falcons are taking, and it's a guy that I wanted them to take, the Ravens, but there's a lot of options. Josh Simmons, Jahad Campbell, Mike
Worry.
No.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I would have took Shador. Like I was talking last year, if Bo Nix didn't work out, I was completely fine with taking Shador this year. I just like I like Shador's game. There were times where I thought he was
Here we
better than
go.
Cam Ward.
Here's my team on the board.
Yep.
On the clock. They're on the clock.
And we will get
Jahad Campbell. I feel honestly, I could totally see them taking Jahad Campbell, best linebacker available, because Roquan was good, even though he was like a second team All Pro, but it felt like at times he wasn't actually that good. Trenton Simpson, who was a 3rd round pick 2 years ago, they tried to have him start and he got benched like halfway through the season. He's been working with Roquan in the offseason apparently, but maybe they go linebacker with Jahad. Maybe they go with Malachi Starks or Imawari, add to their strengths and maybe create possibly the best safety duo in the league with Hamilton. Or they go Josh Simmons and just reinforce that offensive line and be able to protect.
I wish you guys would get Watts, but
we're not taking Watts here. Maybe if we don't take safety here, maybe we take him in the 2nd round. But I don't know if Watson I feel like Watson, maybe Morrison, are probably gone.
They're early seconds for sure.
Probably.
It sucks though, because I feel like what could have been if Ben Morrison never got hurt, because he probably would have taken Barron's spot as the best corner, just based off of how he was playing.
Who, Morrison?
Yeah. But him missing.
Why is Morrison, like, as you were saying, is it just because of how young he is, or why is Morrison why is Morrison not a higher?
Because he missed 65% of the season, and he had 2 injuries. He had to have shoulder surgery and hip surgery.
Okay.
He tore his shoulder prior to the season. He tore his right shoulder.
So I think
And then-
Baltimore. I think Baltimore's going to go defense personally, but we'll see.
But I will say, whoever does get Ben Morrison, they're getting a first-round corner for cheap because, I mean, his play style is a lot like Sauce Gardner, just not as handsy. So is there anybody that you'd be mad if the Ravens took?
Shador.
Oh my god.
Not it. Like there's like the Ravens are just so good at just taking. If they went edge and go Mike Green, I'd be happy with that. Honestly, I don't think there's a single pick out of Simmons, Imawari, Starks, Green, that I wouldn't be upset at them taking, and I would totally understand them why they made that pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they usually don't go by need, and Simmons is kind of a need because their O-line is a little weak.
Yeah.
Edge is kind of a little weak. But that's not really a need. That's kind of a need. That's more of if they went edge or safety, that's kind of just adding to a strength because last year the Ravens actually were second in sacks, but that was kind of like by a committee. There wasn't like a true number one edge guy that they had. It was just like 2-3 guys that had like 10 plus sacks each, right?
Yeah.
So I could see Starks maybe just adding to their safety because outside of our top 2 safeties, which was Darius Washington and Hamilton, we didn't have a good third safety. Marcus Williams was a liability, and he's been released. Eddie Jackson was even worse and was released during the season. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do. There's a lot of directions they can go. Pick is in.
All right.
Let's see.
By the way, Gage says he's a Bears fan. Appreciate you tuning in, Gage. Said we definitely need help. Yeah. How do you feel about Loveland, Gage, with the number 10 pick? I know most Bears fans are not happy with that right now. Yeah. So do you think we see any more teams trade up into the back end of the first?
If there's a team that still needs a quarterback like the Steelers, maybe just trying to do it, just do what kind of the Ravens and, why the Giants just trade back up to get that 5th-year option. So if the Steelers or the Saints still feel they need a quarterback, which they probably do, then I could see that maybe. We'll see. Buffalo, as we've seen, is totally willing to, trade
back.
Yeah, trade back. Usually with KC, but that's how it is.
Which is so fucking weird.
Well, I mean, you think about it even worse like this. They were the ones who gave KC Mahomes.
Wow.
Yeah, the castle. They're in the castle. The castle.
Man. All right. Pick is in. Goodell is about to head to the podium.
If they take, I'd be, like I said, yeah, hell, if they want to go Will Johnson at corner, but they went corner last year. And I mean, corner is kind of neat because secondary was honestly the biggest issue for the team, at least in the first half of the season. The defense was just a liability, and the pass defense was just terrible. And Kyle Hamilton had to be used as a true safety, not just like the ball trades box safety that he was his first 2 years.
Malachi Starks.
Are you ahead of me now?
I mean, evidently.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were.
Oh, I guess I must have gone back accidentally and I didn't see that. So, yeah, Starks, cool. Perfect.
That's a good pick. That's a perfect pick.
I'm totally happy with that. So you add Starks You have Starks and Hamilton now. Boom. And they just re-signed. They just got Ardarius Washington, who was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you have him as your third safety.
Wow.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Like I said, there were so many different ways they could have gone, but this totally makes sense. Now you can have Kyle Hamilton playing the versatile role that he played his first 2 years, and how he became a first team All Pro. He was I think it was a second team All Pro last year, and he's the best safety in the league. So
Now, question: are you able to do the second and third tomorrow, or not?
no, I have to work.
Okay.
I'm working the side, unfortunately.
What time does the draft start tomorrow?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravens gave up 63 completions on passes of 15 yards or longer last year. So, yeah, the pass defense was really weak.
Of course, they got to show the fucking interception that Starks got on my glorious Lord and Savior, Bo Nix. Detroit Lions pick is already in.
Oh, wow.
They didn't waste any time. Now, what do the Lions do here?
So the Ravens get the best safety. So the Ravens, 2 of the past 4 years, have gotten the best safety in the draft.
So Gage says he's happy with the Colston Loveland pick personally. I'm sure being a Michigan fan helps. A lot of Bears fans complain about everything. He's definitely a lead in my opinion. Not just because he went to Michigan, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised if you were going to go that route, you didn't go Warren. So, yeah, what do we think the Detroit Lions do here? Connor?
Defense. Defense was their biggest. They definitely need defense. Their defense was their biggest liability. That's the reason why they lost in the playoffs. So
what? Go corner here?
Maybe Will Johnson.
I mean, that would make sense. He's a hometown kid. Yeah, hopefully they now speed this up since we're getting towards the end.
Yeah, maybe.
There aren't any what are those called? Those extra picks?
Compensatory picks?
Yeah, there aren't any that this year, right?
No, those are not first round picks. That's gonna be like those are like 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks. It's all based on how well like the contracts given out and how well that player did. So
okay.
So the Ravens got the maximum number that's allowed, which is 4. So they had 7 regular picks to begin with, and they got 4 compensatory picks. So they have 11 picks this year for the Ravens.
You're probably not going to use them all, I'd imagine. Probably trade them away.
We had 12 picks back in, I want to say 2022 or 3, and we used all those picks. Maybe we'll trade back, but or maybe we'll trade a few of them, but under Eric DaCosta, we've only made 8 draft day trades, which is the fewest in the entire league. So I don't think that's going to happen.
There was a Lions fan that had a sign that said, I'm also a part owner of the Packers.
Damn it.
All right. So they're still dragging this out for whatever reason. I feel like once the pick is in, the commissioner should just go back out. There's no reason for you to sit here for 5 minutes while the pick has been in. You know what I mean? Like I never understood that. All right. Goodell's going to the podium. Ooh. Oh, that's a good pick. Tyleek Williams. Tyleek Williams, so they got an Ohio State guy. Good pick.
Yeah, they went defense. That makes sense. I thought they would go secondary, but that still makes sense. That's how they became who they are now, by building up the trenches, building up their offensive line, their defensive line. Like, their best player is Penei Sewell, their second round, their right tackle. Like, he's their best player, and he was a first round pick.
Now the Commanders are on the clock. What do the Commanders do?
I think they're going to go offense, try and support Daniels even
Get
more.
another receiver?
Luther Burden. I'm calling it. Luther Burden. That's my call.
So they have what? Debo and Terry McLaurin?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
They just announced, according to the NFL Draft Predictor, there was only a 3% chance heading into today that Shedeur Sanders would be still available at pick 29. Wow. And they just showed another video of him. He's standing in front of the TV just like...
Yeah, he's just like staring at it, just like, I can't believe this is my life now.
Bro. That's so embarrassing when you think you're going to be
first round pick and nothing, and then you're not.
Not just that, like a top 5 pick. And you invite all your family, friends, and everything. And with Shedeur and Dion, there's probably a lot of celebrities and stuff there.
Probably.
Just to watch you not get picked.
Mm-hmm.
Including the Giants, a team that their scouts loved you, trading back into the first to not take you.
Actually, no.
Like, that's, yeah. That's rough.
This is good. It would be destroyed by level 5. Keep 5 tops. So yeah, I mean, it's I like it. That is such a Ravens pick. Just getting the best safety and just not even having to do anything. Just letting the draft come to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This has been the draft has definitely picked up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Getting into the 20s.
Yeah, definitely.
Still missing that huge blockbuster trade, though. I thought we would see like a Jalen Ramsey or like a Trey Hendrickson or
a trade of those guys.
Yeah. But
surprisingly, we haven't seen that yet.
Because you'd think you'd want to get draft assets for this draft if you're going to trade them, but
yeah.
All right, the Commanders pick is in. I haven't even checked on the playoffs. What's going on with the playoffs so far?
Yeah, that's a good point. We literally have not even been paying attention.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Memphis is beating OKC by 40. Jesus.
Wait, OKC is winning by 40?
No, Memphis.
What? No way. Holy crap, you're right. They're up by 34. They're 24.
Yeah.
No, they're up by 24.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
That's
still
a lot. That's still a lot.
But it's weird because OKC blew them out by like 50.
And the
The
Clippers
first game.
and the Clippers are blowing out. And the Clippers are blowing out the Nuggets. They're up by 18, and the Knicks won.
Yeah.
That's still crazy. Toronto is about to.
I bet you, though, that most people, unless they're fans of those teams, have not watched the playoffs today.
Probably not.
Because of this.
That's crazy that's happening. Wow.
Yeah.
So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has. Chet Holmgren only has 4 points. Jesus. Scottie Pippen Jr. has 23 points for the Knicks. I didn't even know that Scottie Pippen Jr. was in the fucking league.
Yeah.
Tom Brady only has 15. Okay, here we go. Washington made the pick. Are they going to actually be smart for once and actually have like a good ass pick?
Hey, they had pretty damn good draft last year.
No, that's true. That's true. That is very, very, very true.
Man, they love dragging this shit on. How much you want to bet after the selection week? They go to another commercial break.
All right, here we go.
Oh. Well, that's two Oregon players in the first round.
That's not a name I was familiar with. Interesting. They go with a Josh, but not Simmons. Interesting. Okay. They go Josh Connerly Jr. So they put this guy. So this makes sense. So they trade for Tunsil. He's going to be the left tackle. This guy then slides over from left tackle to right tackle, which I totally get. You got to protect Daniels. Got to help their run game because that was still a big strength for them last year. I think they're going to go running back. They're going to get running back in the second or the third round. You know what I mean? Because what's his name? Brian Robinson was okay. They have Eckler, who's old as shit, right? So I get it. I think I think they're gonna go. So now Buffalo's on the clock. I think Buffalo, despite it, I think they're gonna go off. They might go wide receiver.
So, let's see. The Buffalo Bills are on the clock. I agree. I think they go receiver here as well. The question is, are the Bills retarded and trade back with the Chiefs?
Move back one spot.
Yeah. So we've got 3 more picks in the first round, and then we are done. Damn. 78 wins since 2019, including the playoffs for the Bills, most in a 6-season span.
Without a Super Bowl
appearance. Well, that's what happens when you play in the same conference as the Chiefs.
And the Ravens are only like 2 or 3 wins behind them, even with the down season they had in 2021. So the Ravens are
Even the Ravens' bugaboo is the Chiefs. Everyone's bugaboo.
Ravens' bugaboo is not just the Chiefs; it's just themselves in the playoffs. They're their own worst enemy in the playoffs.
It's like they're a great regular season team, but when they get to the playoffs, they just
Exactly.
what was it? A couple years ago was the one where you guys had the game in control, and who was it? Your receiver?
Are you talking about Lee Evans when he dropped the ball? No.
No, the one. No, I'm talking about when he got the penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, Zay Flowers. That was the AFC
Yeah.
2 years ago. He gets a penalty.
Which I still think was soft. That was a soft ass
No,
penalty.
it wasn't even that. It was the very next, and then right after that, it moves him back, and then Flowers catches the ball and dives, stretches the ball out, and the same player he got penalized for taunting. It was Snead.
That was your best chance, I feel like, too.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we have more chances, but
How was his production in year 2? Was it good?
he was a Pro Bowler. Do you want to know what crazy thing about Zay? So he was a Pro Bowler last year. He is the Ravens' first ever wide receiver Pro Bowl wide receiver that they've ever dropped. That of any wide receiver, whether they drafted or traded for them, they never had a Pro Bowl wide receiver before until last year was Zay.
Really?
Yeah. Here's another Make-A-Wish.
Oh, no. Is he going to talk to us with a computer?
No, it doesn't look like he was talking. I saw his mouth moving.
Okay.
Oh, they're chanting Tommy. Oh, that's good. They're chanting Tommy, Tommy, Tommy.
Whoa! A Kentucky player in the first round.
Oh, they went Hairston.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go. They went corner.
So me and you are now the only 2 people whose college team has not had a first round pick this year.
And it's not going to happen for any of us.
Wow.
Oh my God! Did the Eagles just trade with the Eagles and the Chiefs just traded picks?
No fucking way.
Picks. They just look. They look at. It says
Wait, they swapped.
They swapped first round picks. That is.
Are you fucking?
Casey is like, we're not used to picking in any pick that's not number 32. We need to be back at number 32. Please, Philly. We'll give you our first round pick next year.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's how it is, Casey.
Now, why would the Eagles do that?
Because they probably.
That does nothing for the Eagles.
So he still makes it. So Johnson is still available. Johnson's probably going to be available still headed into the second round or partially during the second round.
Now watch the Eagles draft Shador.
No, they're gonna take who's the best Georgia player left? Who's the best Georgia player left? Not Williams is gone. Walker's gone.
I really don't know. Maybe Stackhouse on the D line. That'd probably be the best. Wow, I will say Hairston over Morrison is definitely a choice. For sure.
Yeah, that's just your homer bias, though.
Well, no, I'm just saying based off of college ratings, I mean, in how they've always been looked at, Morrison's always been looked at as the higher pick. All right, the pick is in.
Okay, Philly pick is in.
Yep.
So all it is just swapping one pick, and then the KC, that 5th round pick is gonna be the new Tyreek Hill, guaranteed.
That's great.
I think they're gonna go tight end. They're gonna go Mason Taylor. That's my shot.
Who, for the Eagles?
Yeah.
Now watch, Connor.
What?
The Chiefs are going to draft Quinshon Judkins or Travion Henderson.
They'll take a running back.
Yeah.
No, because they have Pacheco.
Pacheco was the 3rd string in the playoffs.
Who was their number 1?
What was his name? He was a veteran running back. He used to play for the Bengals, I think. They had not Joe Mixon. Peter Ryan and somebody else. Oh, Kareem Hunt was their starting running back in the playoffs.
I mean, Hunt is not good. He's just a hard to tackle goal line running back at this point in his career. So,
but yeah, they had Pacheco benched for the playoff run.
So I get going running back though. I get that.
I'd be pissed because that would be the 3rd division rival.
To take a running back and
Yeah.
running back and get.
Yeah.
Wait, who was it again? Who did they take?
Genty was the Raiders.
Oh, Philly. Who did Philly take?
Oh, they haven't taken anybody yet. The pick is in.
Oh, the pick is still in. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, I don't know who gets Shador.
I mean, at this rate, it's crazy. He's fallen complete out of the 1st round. That's insane. That's kind of crazy.
His dad is not happy.
Nope. But again, I'm sure you're happy because you hate Dion. So
I actually don't hate Dion. I didn't like him the first year, but this past season, I actually really like Colorado. It wasn't even I didn't like Dion. It was the media attention.
That's fair.
I didn't like that they were big noon kickoff every single week.
That or Ohio State. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm pissed that Ohio State, Michigan, the game is always.
Is that noon?
That should not ever be allowed to be a noon kickoff. They only do it because Fox wants it for the noon kickoff.
Which I don't know why they wouldn't rather have it as a night game.
That should always be the night game on Fox. no matter what. That should just be a rule, a law. Hell, at this point, it probably should be just like Ohio State or Army Navy. It should just be its own game on its own weekend. So, maybe they go Campbell. That'd be crazy. I think they need line. Do they need linebacker?
God Campbell.
Dude, if they go Campbell, that would be insane. Campbell falling that far, but this slide by Shador is just insane.
And I feel like a lot of this, some of these picks, especially towards the latter half, nobody mock draft. Like nobody could have mock draft Jahdae Barron to the Broncos.
No, I mean we all mocked out just running back, and it was always Hampton.
And nobody could have mock draft freaking Colston Loveland to the Bears. Nobody could have mock draft Matthew Golden to the Packers. I
thought the Packers would go wide receiver in the second round because that's where they've had their. That's where Devontae Adams was drafted. Jordy Nelson was a second round pick. I think Greg Jennings was a second round pick. Like that's where their success with wide receivers has come from.
I don't get why teams trade, like why the teams that play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl or championship trade with them. I mean,
this is a little different because it's only like a 5th round pick. It's like there's nothing to it. You know what I mean? There's literally nothing to it.
All right. Let's see what the Eagles do. Yep. Jahad Campbell.
So they don't go Georgia, but they go SEC again.
Good pick for
just the fact that he fell that far. Yeah, that's just best player available at that point. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
They just let the draft come to them pretty much.
All right. Kansas City is on the clock. Final pick of the first round. But
OKC is only down 10.
Oh, fucking.
It's Memphis is up 91-81 with still more than 2 minutes left in the third.
Oh, Jesus.
OKC has scored 30 points in the third quarter. Take a guess how many points Memphis has scored. They have 91 total right now. 93, sorry. They have 93. How many points do you think they've scored in the third quarter?
14.
That's a lucky ass guess, unless you already saw it. But yes,
I was looking.
Oh yeah, well, 15. Now it's 16. But fuck
you. So what do the Chiefs do here?
Either probably running back, maybe, or fuck it, they just go. No. They're gonna go. They're gonna take Josh Simmons, guaranteed. I'm calling Josh Simmons because they're going to take him to shore up the offensive line because, good Lord, with Mahomes running for his dear life in the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was so cathartic to watch, though. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Even as a non-Eagles fan, that was just so much fun seeing Mahomes.
Oh, it was a beautiful watch.
Huh?
It was a beautiful watch to just watch them get absolutely belt to ass from start to finish of that game. Because let's be honest, the Chiefs, they escaped a lot of games last year.
Yeah, they did.
And it was nice to finally see that magic and luck and yeah, everybody's basically went home now from the draft.
Oh, with the Eagles getting Campbell?
No, everybody just like because it's like the last pick. Just look at the crowd; it's not nearly as full.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, they started filing out once the Packers picked.
Which is weird because you would think that they'd want to stay to see if they trade back in, but I guess
nah, because that's not who the Packers are as a team. They're not going to do that normally.
I don't really care for the new draft hats this year.
Dude, oh, the hats?
I typically like them, but this year they're kind of going more with the retro look, and I don't really care for it. Like last year, I fucked with it because we had the gray. It was the grayed out for each team. Like that was cool. But Jesus Christ, the Philadelphia Eagles camera, 720p in their draft room. What the fuck?
Freaking Super Bowl next year, baby.
All right, the Chiefs pick is in.
There we go. You're damn right.
Yeah, Mel Kiper just said Josh Simmons. He thinks. All right. Commissioner's at the podium for the final pick
This is
of the 2025 first round.
This is absolutely Josh Simmons. There's no way it's not. Like, it has to be him. Here we go. Okay.
Yep. You called it. Josh Simmons.
They had to take him. So, okay. So, not really that much of a surprise with so far. There wasn't any. The biggest surprise was probably the Giants trading back in to get Jackson Dart. And then the Browns giving up on Hunter. Not taking Hunter. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I really do think that that's probably like the Jackson Dart, that whole thing. Because let's see. So, yeah, Dart being a first-round pick. So only 2 quarterbacks went in the first round. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
What's your biggest takeaway? What was your biggest surprise for you?
Obviously the Shedeur one is big. I mean,
oh yeah, I guess that's a surprise in and of itself. Yeah, Shedeur not getting it.
I think the Broncos taking Barrett was one for sure.
Well, you how many picks? When's your next pick? First round? Do you have a first round pick or second? Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
How many second round picks do you have? One. How many thirds? Just another one as well.
One.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably take a running back in the third, in like the second or the third.
No, we have multiple. I think we have like 3 fifths, so we'll probably use a couple of those. I'd imagine to move up,
like trade up or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
My dream draft at this point would be to get a receiver, obviously. But I would like Henderson or Judkins in the second. Then maybe trade back up into the second or see if Harold Fannin Jr. falls.
Okay.
Take him. and then obviously get a receiver at some point in the draft.
Yeah, so
Which
definitely
is probably be which we're going to be. We are drafting Tez Johnson. Like that's a.
you think that's
for Morgan,
guaranteed because
Yeah,
Knicks.
yeah, because that's Bo Nix's brother, and that's going to happen. So, but yeah, other than that, I think it was pretty uneventful. I think another one would be the Loveland pick at 10.
Guard.
Huh?
Really, the biggest surprise is training for guard.
Yeah. But
Okay. So yeah, that was the first round of the draft. A lot of fun. Despite that, that is huge. So Shedeur was a projected first round pick, and he doesn't even get drafted in the first round. That is crazy. Will you stream? Are you going to stream the second and third rounds? Probably.
I might.
I probably can't join because I'm working, so I'll be working during that time. So I'll just be there in spirit. Get notifications for when the Ravens picking. So I will probably be watching all during the fourth through the seventh rounds. Because that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's just those picks come really quick. They don't even announce them. They have someone just quickly announce them, and half the time they're talking about picks taking in the second and the third round, or stuff like that. They're very rare to talk, so it's funny. So until then, guys, we'll be back. I don't even know when we'll be back. Probably take a little bit of a break.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So until then, guys, have a good day.